It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is, what is today? Tuesday, April 16th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
I reused my notes, and I put the wrong day now. Anyway, welcome to the program. Good to be up and running this morning. Carmen, how are you doing?
Good. Good morning.
Hello. What's wrong? Why you sound,
What?
I don't know, giggly?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Good.
As you said, was nice, easy morning. After yesterday.
No panic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard this, but I fell a couple of days ago. You guys know about that?
Any bruises?
Well, instantly the swelling set in, and I was like, surprisingly, I feel pretty good. Now the swelling is gone, and it hurt. Everything hurts.
No.
Bobby pointed it out. I move a lot from room to room like a nonchalant elephant, especially when I get down in bed. I put my knee down first and then scoot over. Ooh,
Oh, no.
I did that yesterday, and I was like, what happened to you?
So you fell by yourself in your backyard.
Jesus, don't keep talking about it.
And, that was what? Friday? Thursday? And it's Tuesday, and it still hurts. Probably hurts more than it did.
Oh, it did hurt way more now than it did.
Now imagine.
Plus the internal bleeding, probably.
Now imagine you did 5-minute rounds of somebody hitting you.
Oh, yeah.
Or you did an hour of running and getting tackled and hit by.
Or just how those MMA guys feel from Saturday.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
UFC guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just those guys that got in the center and beat each other in the face for the last couple of seconds, how their heads feel today.
Could you imagine any of that?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
I fell 2 weeks ago skiing, and it still hurts. 2 weeks ago.
I've been punched in the face before, and the adrenaline kicks in. You're like, come on, more. Then the next day, you're like, punch in the face.
I'm pretty sure my neck is broken.
Oh, yeah. It just, your whole head feels like it weighs an extra 30 pounds. You're like, what's going on? But, I'll live, obviously. I'm just saying, it's just definitely a little bit more tender these days than it was the other day. Did you see this thing? The Tampa Fire guy that got fired, the Tampa Fire union president got fired for peeing in public, and I was with him up until he dropped the "Do you know who I am?" You know what I mean? Everybody's been drunk and peed in public. It's one of those things where you give him a ticket and leave him alone. He was drunk, and I believe this wholeheartedly. The guys who wake up in the morning and their main job is to run into burning buildings to save other people, they should get a little bit of leniency. Yeah.
Also, how dumb is he not to go, there was a tiny little fire over there. Let's put it out.
Right.
That was the only hose I had. Come on. That's what I do.
I'm a hero.
I see a little fire, I put it out.
You didn't even see the fire. That's how good I am.
Hey, listen, plenty of us have, urinated in public.
All urinated in public.
Yeah. I mean, some more than others.
Some more than others, yes.
Maybe.
But I mean, everybody. Carmen's urinated in public. We've all done it. I guarantee you, my son has done it. I'm just saying, it's not a thing where you're like, yeah, go pee in the street. But eventually, you're gonna get to a time where you're like, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
But this guy was drunk and he dropped the "you know who I am" kind of thing. So now I'm like, all right.
Yeah, the fact that he did that kind of makes him look like an ass.
That's worse.
That's why they come after you.
Yeah. So he's appealing his suspension, but I have to tell you, when it comes down to it, the crime of peeing in public, they should hit him with a fine, make him pay for some sort of cleaning.
Not a punishable offense in my book.
Well, it also depends on where you're doing it. He did it like in a parking garage. If he did it outside in the grass, that should be legal.
You can fire the guy. I mean, come on.
Think about it. I don't know how much he's running into burning buildings lately, but he did for years. Yeah. He was a fireman. Cut the guy a little bit of slack. I don't know.
Maybe you say, hey man, you can't do that. Take a week off. Yeah. Take 2 weeks off.
Take a suspension.
Yeah.
Plus, like Seinfeld said, you can get uromycetitis from holding it in.
Yeah.
But also, always a bad look to say, do you know who I am? One, you're coming off like people should know who you are. Two, what happens when people say no? That's just a burn on you. You know what I mean?
That happens to me a lot. People say that to me.
I have no idea who you are.
This guy was the guitarist and whatever. I don't care. You pretty much have to be the guitarist in Aerosmith before I go, oh, my bad. You know what I mean? I don't care about that at all. You could say what you want. I have never said, do you know who I am? I've thought it in my head. I've thought it when I get yelled at or something. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll see how this works out for you on Monday. But I've never been like, you know who I am? No. But I saw Bert do it one time, and it was the most effective "Do you know who I am" I've ever seen in my life. When we were on the cruise, and that casino tried to cheat us out of money, and you guys all got burned by the casino, and they were giving Bert a hard time, and Bert was only really famous for the Travel Channel at that point, and Bert said to the guy, you may want to Google me first.
Yeah.
And I thought that's the most brilliant thing ever, because he was 100% right. If you're a cruise ship, the last thing you want to do is steal money from the guy on the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
Look at the Edison Hotel in Dave Portnoy.
Oh, man.
You want to talk about, do you know who I am? Oof.
I mean, he is going after them every second he gets, and it gets worse because all these other hotels are
They're stepping it up.
Yeah, and making little tents for Mrs. Peaches and Miss Peaches and doing all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's wild.
But I don't. The thing with him is that they didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't think it was worth the money. And I mean, from what he showed, he's 100% right.
Yeah.
But they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't treat him badly.
No. He was just saying it's a glorified Embassy Suites.
He's 100% right about
They're
that.
paying $5,000 a night for the suite, whatever. And I was like,
People are really suckers, man. And I've been suckered plenty of times too. But people love to go down there and stand in there at the Edition to just be famous. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to dinner there. Well, I mean, obviously they have good restaurants, but like when it first opened, people are like, "Oh, the Edition." What are you going to stand in a hotel? It's ridiculous. They just want to say they're there, and they would be seen there. Like I remember my wife, they had some sort of thing, and she goes, "Are we going to that?" I go, "No." Do you want to go to that? And she goes, "No." And I went, "I married the right person." I really did. If you're not married to the person that's on the same level of social interest as you are, that could be a problem. Because if your wife is like, I want to go out, I want to go to Ybor every weekend, and I want to do this, and you're like, I just want to stay home and watch movies. Because sometimes we're the reverse, but she also is like, I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. You go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's the kind of thing I love. When we were first married, and before Joey was born, and we lived in Wesley Chapel, it'd be like 9 o'clock, and she'd go, I'm going to go to bed, and I go, I'm going to go to the Dallas Bowl, and we never had a fight over it, never had a problem. Oh, anyway, welcome to the show. I saw that everybody was pissed off about that Billy Joel thing the other day. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, they cut off the end?
Oh.
They cut off Piano Man.
Piano
which is
Man.
pretty much the culmination of every Billy Joel anything. I having seen Billy Joel probably 20 times in my life, it never gets old to see the entire audience sing Piano Man. Like Drew put up a thing that made a lot of sense too. He said it should be time that we retire some songs. Piano Man being one of them. Sweet Caroline being another one.
Oh, how dare you.
I know.
You know,
But when you're in the first time I ever saw Billy Joel live was in Giant Stadium in the 90s, and when he's playing that last chorus of Piano Man and he stops and the music is silent and 70,000 people sing that, it's the most amazing thing you'll ever see.
When we were at Coco K, Joe and I kept singing we're the Cabana Men. He's like, sing me a song, I'm Cabana Man.
I know that you're here for free.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
We were drunk, we couldn't stop singing it.
I don't know. I didn't even watch the thing on TV because I know it's on like Paramount Plus or something.
well, they're going to re-air it.
It wasn't live, though. I don't know why it got cut off.
Because the Masters ran long.
Oh.
And then it ran long. So they cut off, they like dumped out of it. Which,
Gotcha.
You need to have some sort of closure. If you're watching it, if you're a fan and you're singing in your living room and then it just goes boop to your local news.
Which is like before the Super Bowl was the Super Bowl and the huge juggernaut that it is. Remember they cut off, was it Super Bowl or playoff game? Game.
Yeah, it was a playoff game.
And they cut it off, the NFL playoff game, and started playing the movie Heidi.
Yeah.
And people were like, what? What?
Yeah.
What is going on? Yeah, it was, I think, about a playoff game.
Also, but who the hell's watching live TV now? It should be on demand anyways.
You know who it is, though? The people who are Billy Joel fans are
Yeah.
probably my age and older and sitting around on a Saturday night doing nothing, or Sunday night, whatever it was, and just waiting for it to come on. They're not going to concerts, and they want to see Billy Joel, Did you know this opened up a whole wormhole for me at Billy Joel? The last I knew, he was married to a chick named Katie Lee, I believe, and she was looked like she was probably a model or some sort, but I think she's a celebrity chef. And they broke up 5 years ago. He's been single for 5 years,
wow.
or he has a girlfriend. Or I had no idea.
Nice.
Well, I mean, at his age, how nice is it, really? You know what I mean?
Still Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's getting all the ass in the world that he wants, but at some point you want to settle down. And, but so I was reading more and more. How many times has he been married?
3.
4, I think.
Yeah.
And his first marriage in the 70s, after they broke up, he tried to kill himself twice.
Oh,
I didn't know about
I
that.
didn't know that either.
He went to the doctor and got a bunch of like Ambien type sleeping pills, and then he collected them until he had enough to kill himself, and he took them all, and it didn't work. And then the next week he drank furniture polish and tried to do it again.
Oh.
Was this the Uptown Girl Billy era?
No, it was probably Piano Man Billy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
He married this woman, and she was a real bitch to him, and they ended up getting divorced. Then he was banging both Elle McPherson and Christy Brinkley, and they were both fighting for his love.
Yeah, that's
That
wild.
tiny little wide-eyed snot nostril Billy Joel was fighting, had 2 of the world's greatest supermodels fighting for his love.
Man, if you can sing, that's where it's at.
And play the piano.
No, I mean,
and
it was
but-
different than singing. He was writing.
Yeah.
He was writing
Yeah.
Lifetime songs. You know.
Didn't he get drunk and run into a tree at one point?
No, Galvin, you're absolutely incorrect. He got drunk and ran into a house.
Oh,
Yeah, I think there was a tree involved too.
Yeah.
But he got drunk and he said, "I don't have a drinking problem. I just like to drink a lot." That's
Yeah.
pretty good. He got drunk and crashed into a house.
I don't understand. If you like to drink a lot and you're Billy Joel, have somebody drive you around while you drink.
Because you like to drink a lot and you're Billy Joel, you're like, I could drive myself. Because he
Yeah.
still maintains that I'm a tough guy from New York.
Yeah, I'm
kinda
blue
thing,
collar. I do it
yeah.
myself.
Yeah, I happily have time. Go, don't worry, boss. I'll get
Right, exactly.
I'll make sure you're okay. And also, I can't remember the last time I was drunk enough where I was like, had to make that decision. You know what I mean? Whether or not I would drive. I just don't drink that much. Joe, when was the last time you were that drunk?
I don't really remember, Michael. I remember being drunk.
It
but
was
I don't-
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
Friday.
Yeah.
Good
for
God.
sure.
On the way home, when I was driving Joe home, he was so drunk. He had his window rolled down, and he had his eyes closed. And I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I feel this hand on my thigh.
No.
And I look
No.
over, and I just pick it up, and I gingerly move it to the side. And he opens his eyes, and he looks at me, and he goes, "I'm sorry. I thought you were my girlfriend."
That's a true story.
That's how he tests the waters.
Yeah.
I know a guy. We all know a guy who's gay, but doesn't really want to talk about it yet. I don't think. And we always used to call him gay, and he said that was his move. He'd act so gay that we'd go, "Get away from me, you're gay," until somebody finally gave in. You know what I mean? Like until he made the move and they made the move back.
That was
how
not the game plan here, Michael.
I don't know that, Joe. I don't know that. You guys could have a whole relationship you haven't even opened the door to yet.
Nah, I don't think so.
I didn't say you.
Oh, all right.
You guys. I guess I did say you.
I
mean,
support
they
you,
live
Joe.
Together.
Yeah.
You do live together.
Yeah.
It'd be very easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell Pete all the time if he was a little bit cuter, it would be the best marriage ever.
Joe and Spanish live together. Joe can't hold down a marriage to a woman.
That's right. That's right.
Makes
Now,
sense.
now they
Yeah.
have a little dog together.
Yep.
Spanish is wearing the beads because he's come to terms with the fact that he's gay too.
Yep, that's right.
No, it's
yeah.
okay. I'm going to grow my hair really long.
Yeah. I like the grays.
Oh, you two are adorable.
Thank you.
I'd go to that wedding.
Thank you. It'd be a good wedding. Yeah, it'd be a blast.
No elephants.
No
Well,
elephants.
no.
Listen, speaking of animals, would you say the one thing I asked for yesterday was a dent guy, and I got nobody to respond.
No?
We don't ask for a lot of things, but I'm going to ask for something. And this is Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens announced that they gave birth to a baby orangutan over the weekend. They didn't. 2 other monkeys did. Have you seen it? Anybody seen it?
No.
It's ugly as all.
Oh.
I want to hold that ugly monkey so bad.
You going back in on wanting
Yeah.
a monkey?
What's that?
You're going back to wanting a monkey again?
Listen, I understand I can't have a monkey in this house. My life just doesn't give the time to dedicate to a living animal like that needs that kind of attention. But this ugly orangutan is so adorable that I want to hug its little face so bad. And I mean, I saw a thing on Johnny Carson. Was it Johnny Carson where the monkey hugged him? The little ugly monkey?
Yeah.
I want to hug that ugly monkey so bad. Isn't there somebody? Don't we know somebody? Somebody grew up listening to me on the radio that is now a veterinarian that works at Busch Garden is like, I can get you to hug that monkey.
Yeah. Just
I don't
sneak
want
in
to
the
take
back.
it. I don't want to. Yeah. Like, I'm sure, like, somebody called me one time and they were like, hey, this is 1996. Guy called up and he goes, hey man, we get a lot of celebrities that come through Busch Gardens, and we have a backstage tour that we give them. We take them through the monkey thing and through the animals, and then we get them on all the rides. And I was like, who is that? And they're like, that's like for celebrities. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And they're like, no, it was like for real celebrities. Like we just took Roger Clemens through, and I was like, all right, so why are you telling me about it? Why are you rubbing it in my face?
Not you.
Yeah, I don't even want to go on the roller coasters. I just want to hug the ugly monkey.
It's very cute.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ugly as all hell. When I first saw it, I was like, hey. And then I thought, but then once you hug it, you're like, I love this little monkey.
It blows me away that little monkey will grow into a giant size.
Rip your face off.
Yeah, dude, because they get big, man.
They say it's already strong.
Really?
Yeah, they say it's already, at that little age, it's already strong.
But also just the stuff that they do, like whenever they find the sunglasses and they put the sunglasses on, or like a lady comes over and he'll be pointing at her part, like, let me see.
That's so amazing to me.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. And when the one where they do the magic trick, when and the monkey falls over and like in disbelief, how is that possible?
Because they're almost human.
I know. It's just so. The other thing is, you remember watching Johnny Carson and David Letterman, and they used to bring animals on their show. Why can't we bring them animals on this show?
We have. Yeah.
Well, I want an ugly orangutan.
You want more all right, listen, you want more animals? We'll get you more animals by 3 o'clock,
you're
Michael.
just going to get a guy with a handful of spiders come in here. I don't want that.
Do not want that.
No.
No, thank you.
No, I was watching a video, Galvin. I almost sent it to you because the guy only has 428 followers, so I don't think it went viral yet. He has like a little dog, little yippy dog, and I wish I knew it. It looks like a miniature Doberman, but it's not. And he goes, he made a video. He goes, "I'm going to show my dog things that it could never see because it's so small."
He carries around and holds it
out, and the dog gets all wide-eyed. Dude, that made me laugh so hard, man. But did you see some of the other guy's other videos by any chance? He lives in a small apartment in Manhattan. And I guess in Manhattan, I never had this issue. I didn't live there very long, but mice are just there. You know what I mean? Rats are everywhere. They're underground. They're in your basement. They're trying to get in your house, but mice are also there. And these guys, I think he had 3 roommates, and they all lived in an apartment the size of this room, and they trapped a mouse in the bathroom. And the mouse was this big. It would almost look like if I saw it, I would just snatch it by hand, you know? Because I'd never do that with a rat. I'd never do that with a rat. But the 3 of them were in the bathroom trying to get it, and the thing moved a little, and they all jumped and smashed into each other because it was such a small room. I do not appreciate rodents whatsoever.
They're not so bad.
They are so bad. I think, but I have had trauma though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have had trauma from working at Petland Discounts.
That story of them getting free is one of my favorites.
In the whole department store.
Yeah.
And I wish I didn't have the balls to just go, I quit. I don't care about your end. Just walk out of there.
Most terrifying thing that happened to me whenever I was a kid, I was maybe 10 years old. We lived in Illinois, and, there's all kind of mice all over in Illinois, fields and all stuff. And I was on the toilet, going to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And a mouse jumped out from underneath the sink and, ran. I mean, what do? You're the most vulnerable you can be.
Because you're worried about it going in your butt.
Well,
that's why. I mean, think about it.
Also, you're not doing a lot of, you don't want to move around a lot at that point and stuff. Yeah. That freaked me out.
My friend Hector and I, we used to go out, and he loved snakes. He always said he was going to be a herpetologist when he got older, and he's not. He works for FedEx. But we used to go out and find snakes, and we'd go out in the swamps, and he would just find rocks or boards that were laid down, and I'd lift them up, and he would snatch the snake out, and I go, oh. But he wanted pets and stuff. So I was so petrified of the snakes. And then one time I was in his bathroom taking a dump, and he knocked on the door, and I was like, what? And he just kept knocking. I'm like, what? And I looked down, and the snake is his head under the door, and he's holding the other end, but the snake, and that definitely
That's where
scared
your
the crap
fear of snake toilets coming.
Snake toilets.
Snake toilets, yeah, coming up and biting your butt.
Yeah.
No, because I just logically thought about it. I should not be afraid of a snake that is not venomous or cannot choke me. So why am I so petrified of snakes? What am I worried?
Of that, right?
What's
there.
that? Nah, but I think even that. I mean, obviously that it would, like Galvin said, you're vulnerable,
Right.
But in any position, like if we were just sitting on the couch and you put a little baby snake on my leg, I'd freak out because I'm worried that snake's either going to go in my butt or my mouth. I don't want it to go inside.
My sister-in-law has a ton of snakes at her house, and she's always just like carrying them in her bag and around her neck and stuff. It freaks me out.
Oh, I was watching. Anybody watch that documentary about the prisons where they're letting all the prisoners out
From South America?
I saw
no.
the trailer. I didn't see the show.
They let them out in a common room because they're locked up for 23 hours a day.
It's on Netflix, so they're like making them like the prisoners are now the guards.
Yeah.
And they watch themselves.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's real prison. And the one guy was telling the story about how he was trying to rob snakes from a pet store. And he's like, I got them in my pockets around my neck, and I got one around my waist. And he goes, I come out, and the cops are there. So I run. And as I run, the snake starts constricting around my stomach. He's like, I'm trying to climb, and it's squeezing me. And I thought, I don't know. There's nothing good about snakes.
No way.
No. The Bible did it right when they picked the snake. They were like, that's gross and scary. And he'll turn on people, and I don't know. Anyway, I got something coming up before news I want to talk to you about. I don't want to wait for enough people to come up. People are dumb. I don't know if they're necessarily our listeners. Our listeners seem to be actually pretty good. I would say a majority are on the smart end, and there's 10% idiots. Then there's 5% medicine mans. But when I tell you this is going to make you annoyed, it really is. It's going to annoy everybody. He's a guy who's just part of the problem.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later on.
Joe, good luck.
Thank you.
Not you, Joe.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
You're a beacon of light
Thank you, Michael.
in an otherwise boring world.
I try.
A fashion icon.
Yeah, that's right.
Drunkle Joe. Drunkle Joe.
Can I tell you, I know why I love Joe so much.
Why?
Because I love Kramer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Joe is full on Kramer.
100%. Yeah.
There was a Seinfeld on yesterday that is one of the best ones because of the different storylines that are in it and how good it is. It's whenever George is dating the girl and she has mono, so they can't have sex. So George becomes smart because he's not focusing on sex and he can focus on other stuff. And he's reading books. And Elaine comes into the diner and he's got all these books. And she comes walking over and he goes, "Of course, absolute zero." But then Elaine is having sex and she becomes dumb. And that's whenever she goes by the tire store and the tires are going around and she goes, "Wee!" and does that. But then Kramer can't smoke in the restaurant his cigar, so that he meets all the other people outside smoking and has them come up to his apartment and stuff. And then it's just like a smoking lounge in there. And he comes into Jerry's apartment and his face is all wrinkled and stuff. And Jerry goes, "Kramer, what's going on? Look at your face, all the smoking and stuff." And he goes, "I'm crinkly." That's the best. He picks up the toaster and looks at himself, whatever, and he goes, "Jerry, don't look at me. I'm hideous."
Dude, I noticed these things now that I watched the show over that Larry David was the man in the cape.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I never.
He was the man in the cape.
Man in
He's
the
Steinbrenner.
Steinbrenner,
He's a few different things.
He's always like a newspaper stand guy.
Yeah. That must have been so much fun.
If I watch Seinfeld, do I have to watch them again, or I can just jump in?
No,
at
you
any
can
episode?
jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're like independent.
Yeah. Individual episodes.
And you know the characters, so yeah, you could totally just watch.
I'm gonna give it a shot
at any time.
It's a good like nighttime show and you don't like have to just watch it if you're like cooking and doing other things. You like put it on and then you'll catch like little funny moments. You know what I mean? You don't just have to sit down
I'm a
and
man. I
watch
don't
it.
cook.
It ruined me though. I couldn't. I tried to put it on to go to sleep. I can't. I got to hear 2 minutes. I wake up and I'm there.
Yeah.
I just watch.
I gotta see what Kramer's doing.
Yeah.
George's parents are getting divorced. What's going on?
I love the episode where Kramer gets a meat slicer and just slices meat everywhere in the shower.
Yeah.
I try to figure. Like I lived in an apartment when I lived with Pete, and we were friends with our neighbors, and they were girls, and they would come over and they would bring us food and stuff. It was great. I don't know how I'd feel about somebody coming in and just open their refrigerator, eating my cereal every day. Every time I look at it, Lane's eating cereal, somebody's stealing stuff from Jerry, and the funny thing is like we all allowed a show where this semi-attractive young Jewish man banged everybody.
Oh,
like
everyone.
He just banged to everyone.
It's funny because in the last season of Curb, Leon starts watching Seinfeld. He had never watched it before, and he's watching whatever, and he says about that. He goes, "It's just a documentary about a guy banging all these chicks."
That's really what it is. It's kind of like the Adam Sandler thing, where Adam Sandler gives himself the hottest wife in every movie.
Yeah.
You got girls he'd never normally get, and now you get Seinfeld just banging every chick. "Hi, I met a girl from the newspaper."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm going out with a girl from the newspaper.
But remember, he was like a traveling comedian and on like the Late Show every night.
Right? Remember
So-
Diane Chang?
Yeah. Was it Diane Chang?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's like, Diane Chang. She recognized me. She saw me at a club one time. We're going out tonight. Oh, really? And you got a wrong number, and now you got a date?
Yeah, and then he's dating one of the whatchamacallit, was it not Hilfiger? One of the models.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You
when
got all
he
the
does
models.
pic, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you would find him more attractive, Carmen, because he was a comedian?
No, not a comedian, but because he's on TV.
Was he on TV?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He was on TV on the show.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he didn't have like his own show. He was.
No, he didn't have his own show, but I'm saying as a girl, when you meet someone and they say, "Oh, I'm a famous comedian," and I go on the Late Show all the time.
Yeah.
What a
You're like,
whore.
You're like, "Oh,
Got a cool
okay."
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know all these things.
Donna Chang. Donna
Chang. What did I say?
Diane.
Donna
close.
Chang.
You're
Yeah.
close.
Donna Chang, not Chinese.
Nope.
All right, let's get the show moving today. It is a Tuesday, which means Dom will be here in the 9 o'clock hour to take your legal calls. And if you got them, save them. I don't feel very smart today. Give out legal advice.
Sorry, Michael.
Yeah, but we do have a bunch of things to give away. Carmen will tell you what that stuff is when we come back from break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I have Mike Allstott's golf tournament this weekend.
You excited?
No. Not that I'm not excited. It's just I'm having conflicts.
Joe and
I'm
Spanish
afraid.
got ousted from that.
They did. They got kicked out.
Snubbed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm afraid to call Rich and tell him that I don't know if I can make it. I can't make it on Friday. I might be able to make it on Saturday. But I have fear. And yesterday, Rich Clemens texted me, and I'm sure he texts a lot of people, but it said, "Hey, this is happening. Let me know if there's any changes." And I was like, I didn't say anything. I gotta be a man and handle that today.
What changed?
I have to take my daughter
Oh.
to a concert on Friday.
Benson Boone?
I don't want, Benson Boone. I don't want her to grow up to be a whore because nobody took her to the concert. Mom's busy. Dad's going.
Is that how that works? Is that how that works?
Oh, yeah.
It's immediate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Carmen.
when you're right, exactly. Especially when she's seen her brother go to every concert that he wanted to go to. You know?
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. I was afraid to send my son to Rolling Loud in Miami.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I was looking at one of my old neighbors. One of my old neighbors is like in her 20s now and super hot. I was looking at her Facebook page, and there she was at Rolling Loud. And it was just a bunch of white girls. And I went, what was I afraid of?
Yeah.
What was I?
Miami.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably a little of that.
Yeah, I think our memories of Miami are much different from what it is now.
Man, I worked in the worst neighborhoods in Miami.
You did.
I really did.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. I never had any problems there. I remember I found my first dog, Fletch, was all beat up, a little baby puppy with a crooked tail and a distended belly, and I always felt terrible. I picked it up and he just fit in the palm of my hand, and I was walking out to my car with this dog, and this dude yelled out, "Hey, where you going with that puppy?" And I went, "Oh God, this is a fight. 'Cause I'm not giving up the puppy now. This is where I have a fight."
it's time to rumble.
And I said, I'm going to take it to the vet and take care of it. And he goes, "All right, good move." And I went, "Okay, thank God. Thank God."
Now you die.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know if you guys are going to believe this or not, especially you, Carmen. I was not cool in the early 90s.
What?
Yeah, I know.
When
Like-
were you cool?
Oh, I mean, like
Wow.
now. I'm not as cool as I am now. But I'd have to dress up in like I look a lot like Charlie Belcher does every morning. Plaid shirts and
Hey.
tan pants.
The plaid shirt look is his great look.
Yeah. It worked for you and Slater and Charlie Belcher, and it worked for early 1990s Mike Calta. But now walk through the blackest, poorest neighborhood in Miami dressed like that, you stick out like a sore thumb. Uncool, fat white guy rolling through our neighborhood. They were like, he's either a cop or somebody that's coming to do something or take something away from us. Nobody like. I remember calling. I was doing a good thing too. I was working with the summer program for kids, and I call their house and I go, "Hi, can I speak to Dolores Campanenos, please?" And the sister would go, "Dolores, there's a white man on the phone for you." And I went, "Oh, this is gonna be easy." But anyway, I love that job. All right, we got things to give away, Carmen. What are those things?
We do. We have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for Don Felder.
Don Felder is at Ruth Eckert Hall this Thursday? Friday?
19th.
Oh, well, he's on the show
Friday.
this week.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yep. Heart with Cheap Trick.
Not on the show this week.
Sunfest in West Palm Beach.
Uh-huh.
Bad Religion.
Bad Religion is with somebody cool. Oh,
Social
Distortion.
Yes. Stone Temple Pilots and Live.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Michaels.
I feel like if I went to see not Social Distortion. What was that? The
Stone Temple Pilots.
Live and Stone Temple Pilots. I feel like if I went to Stone Temple Pilots, sat further away and squinted my eyes, I'd enjoy the show. Just pretend that is the old guy.
Has anybody heard what the new guy sounds
Yeah,
like?
Galvin played him for you. Sounds
did he?
great. Sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also have tickets for Aerosmith in Orlando.
Aerosmith. All right, good. Let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Here we go.
Come on.
We're gonna go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your honorable judge and scorekeeper.
Correct.
Flawless in his diligence.
And execution.
And that's what I meant to say.
Setting him up for
what?
failure.
All right.
Jeez.
Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we are going to play a little easy American history. I'm going to ask you American history question. You're going to give me the answer.
Oh, man, these are embarrassing. These are things we
Simple.
should all know.
I'm so glad it's not math.
Idiots.
All right. The first one. What was the Martin Luther King speech name?
I have a dream.
Spanish. What tree did George Washington
Cherry.
chop down? Spanish. In 1492,
Columbus.
Columbus.
Columbus, Mike Calta. What is John F. Kennedy's wife's
Fitzgerald.
first name?
Jackie.
Geo. What state is Pearl Harbor in?
Hawaii.
Geo. What institution does Alcatraz Island have?
Prison.
Spanish.
Oh.
What didn't Rosa Parks give up?
Bus
on
seat.
Seat.
Seat is what I was looking for. Pep.
You said bus.
I said
That was
bus
just
seat.
yelled bus.
But I said seat afterwards.
Did you say seat as well?
I did.
I heard Spanish.
Spanish gets the point. What was the name of the 2005 hurricane that hit New
Irma.
Orleans?
Katrina.
Katrina. Spanish. Excuse me.
Moon.
What year did Neil Armstrong walk on the moon?
1967.
1962.
72.
68.
No.
69.
69. Yeah.
No point.
No point. And Pep.
Did he?
No.
Pep, we're halfway there.
Galvin is not on the board. He has 0 points. Michael with a single solitary point. Gio
What?
doubling that with 2. And Spanish is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, coming back
Slow
right
it
now.
down.
Coming back right now. Here we go.
All right.
Spanish
Easy
gonna win.
American history.
Oh, American history.
Yes.
right.
My bad. I
Now I
didn't
got
mean to
you.
All right.
confuse
All
you.
right.
All right, your next one. General Robert E. Lee
Civil War.
famously lost the Battle of. That was
What? Oh.
General Robert
Gettysburg?
E. Lee. Gettysburg.
I knew that.
Spanish. Best known for her work on the Underground Railroad.
Harriet Tubman.
Mike Calta. Who invented the lightning rod?
Franklin.
Franklin is correct. Pap.
Galvin.
Galvin gets the point.
Galvin does this.
That was me. December 5th.
Where was the Declaration of Independence
Philadelphia.
signed?
Oh.
Philadelphia. Galvin. What was the historic east to west large wheeled wagon route in the
Oregon Trail.
Yes, Geo. What state was the mid 1800s gold rush in?
California.
San Francisco. Yeah, damn it,
California.
state.
Spanish.
Spanish.
What city had the major 1906 earthquake?
San Francisco.
Spanish.
I was one ahead.
Yep. And Pap.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Spanish
We're on the list. 3.
Galvin and Michael are both tied with 2. Gio with 3. And Spanish is your leader. He's winning with 8.
Oh. Come back. Here we go.
Easy American history. Last 3. Here we go. What did the prohibition ban?
Alcohol.
Galvin. What is the name of the first national park?
Yellowstone.
Rosa.
Yellowstone. And your last one. What state is the Lone Star State?
Texas.
Mike
This ain't
Calta.
Texas. Woo! Ain't no hold 'em.
Did you did not win yesterday? You broke my streak.
Correct.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dig.
Oh man.
Wait.
Loser.
Your final score: Michael and Galvin both with 3, Gio with 4, and Spanish doubling that score. He's your winner with 8.
Savor the flavor on that one, because that does
baby.
not happen where Mike and I are last.
Yeah.
Gio.
We need more
Gio in
history.
second.
quizzes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know the answer to all those just so quick. I'm a little slow today.
I'm sorry.
Although I think I'm getting stupider as I get older. I could
think-
not play Jeopardy last night to save my life.
Well,
It happens.
My wife kept going, "Are you in a bad mood?" And I go, "No,
Just dumb.
just dumb." Yeah.
Oh,
you're not dumb. Get out of here.
You know what I love about Troy Meyer, who was a multi Jeopardy champ. We were trying to get him on the show, and Gio spoke to his wife, and his wife said he's considering it.
Yeah.
It was like a month ago.
He's not considering.
He changed his mind.
I talked to her again. She's like, "Oh, I'll ask him again to see if he's interested."
Well, I wonder why he wouldn't do it.
Because he's not interested.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, it's his
Wait.
prerogative.
Yeah,
It's just so
'cause
weird.
I've talked to her like 3 or 4 times, and every time she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna ask. I'll ask him again and see if he has any
Is
interest."
she available? Because she was on Jeopardy. I'd like to talk to her.
All right, I'll tell her instead. Come on.
And whatever.
Yeah, he has apparently no interest in being on the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get it.
Does he have any? He has no interest on being on our show, or does he just not do stuff like he?
He did Channel 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, TV.
I don't know if it's a combination of both.
You would think a guy with a record label might be nice to a radio station.
Yeah, well,
whatever.
I blame Joe.
He clearly
I don't
doesn't.
like it.
Sorry,
I'm not
everybody.
a fan of his. He's a jerk.
He's so smart, and he looks like Clark Kent.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I like him. I'm still a fan, even though he doesn't like us.
Maybe one day.
Whatevs.
I'm used
I
to
get
it.
it.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today: bad timing, never heard from again, and not really a problem.
Okay. All right. Spanish, what's going on with Tesla? Why are they laying off all these people?
They had a bunch of recalls. They were having some issues with the new truck that they released. And, those batteries are becoming more and more expensive to make. So I wouldn't be surprised if,
Ben Swig said to me probably 5 years ago, the investment is not in Tesla. It's in the company that makes the batteries.
that's correct.
He's like, that's what, because eventually they're going to have a lot of people with electric cars, and they're all going to be scrambling to get those batteries.
Where's
Yeah.
the lithium coming from?
You know where it's coming from? Fool's gold, which may become more pricey because everyone fool's gold. You're like throwing it away, whatever, but it actually contains lithium.
Iron pyrite. Yeah. So
Interesting.
there's a huge lithium. There's a bunch of raw mineral deposits in the U.S. that we haven't tapped into. Not on
But isn't
accident.
there a ton of it in Afghanistan or something like that?
Yeah, there is a lot in the Middle East, but that's where you'll ravage those countries and leave this one nice and pristine. But if we ever need to, we can always dip into our own.
Like oil.
Yeah, seriously.
Now, what does Wakanda have?
they have forever?
No.
They've
No,
had forever.
Wakanda has
Vibranium.
Vibranium. Yeah.
the amount of stories that there was after Black Panther of people calling and trying to book tickets to Wakanda is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Is it hilarious or is it super sad?
Yes.
Yeah, that people think that that's a thing.
Yeah.
What is the stuff that they used for Wolverine?
Unobtainium?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Adamantium.
Yeah,
Adamantium,
yeah.
yeah.
There's all kind of
It
different
did.
things.
Yeah.
Unobtainium is Avatar.
Unobtainium. That
Unobtainium.
doesn't even sound right.
Right?
You couldn't get it. It's
Yeah,
unobtainable.
unobtainium. Go to
never-
the tree.
I never saw the second one.
No, me neither.
First one was good enough.
Yeah.
It's better. It's good. I liked it.
Yeah. I just like all the weird porn that comes out after those movies get released.
Are they just all blue people running around?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's different. You find out around the planet. There's different tribes based on the like the water, so they're adapted to the
There's
water.
a water
Oh,
tribe.
they just
Where-
swim underwater.
Yeah.
Whereas Sully they're adapted to the jungle.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the next one, I believe they're going to the desert. So all the Avatar
Oh, that'd be cool.
are adapted to the
Are they
desert.
different colors?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and
Yes.
say pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass on that.
Listen, I'm
Pass on
saying
that.
that's where you want to go on mushrooms.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. You made it sound pretty bad, Carmen, when you
Well,
were like, we went, and then the war broke out, and you're like, I don't like this.
Oh, we left for the war scene. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the end of Avatar 2. I only saw the pretty colors, and then the guy was coming for war, and we were like, yeah, I don't like this vibe. Let's leave.
That's the best part. How do you know what happened?
Too
I don't
much.
care. Oh, let me guess. They won. People won.
They did.
Oh.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are harsh and my mellow. I gotta get out of here, man.
I was like, I don't want to hear all the guns.
Oh man.
When are you taking your mushrooms in what form?
Me?
Uh,
oh.
Go ahead.
Well,
Stan.
Carmen, no. I was talking to Carmen.
Oh, me? Chocolate.
A shot.
Yeah.
That's the way to know. Hey, Spanish, pick a line.
3, please.
Line 3. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Tina.
Tina?
Wow, first time on the phone.
Hello, Tina?
Maybe it's Gina.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry. What is your name? Is it Tina? Gina?
It's Pam.
That one's on me, Pam. I'm sorry. I'm going to put you on hold, Pam. You're the winner, okay?
Real close.
Okay, thank you.
All right, hold on. Did it sound like she said Tina?
It did.
All right. Pam. Pam. All right. Well, there you go. Galvin has your news. We'll take a quick break, dive into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I think that when they're in the studio recording this, so like all the engineers, like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah,
like, just
right.
because they're in the studio with Bon Jovi.
Listen,
That's why you need a proper producer to go, that's garbage.
Yeah.
So we want to start recording some real stuff.
we had Richie Sambora on the air probably 5-10 years ago, and we were like, "Hey, what do you think about this new Bon Jovi country leaning stuff?" And he goes, "Is what it is." And then he was out of the band.
That's
so
a perfect answer.
yeah, I mean, he was being honest at least. He was like, this one, it's all right. Oh man, I got to tell you about something that happened yesterday.
All right.
Shark Coast Tactical. They have Daniel DeVence and Hollow Sun Day on Saturday. It's going to be a big deal. And the weekends are kind of tough to go to because, first of all, if you're in Tampa, St. Pete, you got to drive out to Sarasota. Well worth the drive, but it's a project. And then although the store is huge, it's usually pretty packed because it's a very special day when those guys are in the studio and in the store, and they're making deals and discounts, and it's going to be great. So some people go there during the week. Will calls me yesterday, the owner of Shark Coast Tactical, and he goes, "I got to tell you what just happened because I think it might be one of your listeners, and I don't want you to be blindsided by this." And I went, "Okay. Does anybody want to guess what this might be?"
Somebody went in and dropped your name and said that they were supposed to get some sort of big discount, that they're good friends with you.
Interesting. They did want to buy the Calta Shawty combination that they had there, but it was not that, Calvin.
Okay.
Anyone else?
They went in and whispered, Calvin.
Wrong store.
Oh, sorry.
No, that wasn't it either. There's a certain kind of practical manners you should have when you're in a store like that. I mean, it is a store that deals with... You want to take a guess now?
Yeah, somebody did something dumb with a gun, was like aiming it.
Or said they were going to do something.
Thankfully, they are so...
on top of that stuff.
Yeah, and they follow the rules, and you're not, there's not a lot of that chance for that to happen there. But Carmen, you're more right on.
Someone said they were going to come shoot someone.
Someone was there buying a gun, and the guy he was with said, "Which is the best gun to shoot up a school with?"
What?
Are you serious?
Oh,
And Will kicked them both out.
good. Good.
He said they drove here from Port Richey, and I felt bad that they might be one of your listeners. He's like, "But we have a certain rule. We don't deal with anything like that. Those aren't jokes." I said, "Will."
Yeah.
I go, "Why are you worried about me? You think I'm going to be mad? You got one moron and two guys in the store. No, that's not something that's ever funny in any situation. You don't, you know what I mean? You don't make a statement like that. Plus, in most cases, if somebody says something like that, you have to notify the authorities." I had no sympathy for that guy whatsoever. And if you're listening to the show, you should feel like a huge jerk off today. You should call them and apologize because you make all those guys in there now on edge. Which gun is the best to shoot up a school with, you moron? So
Who says that?
That's
Like,
gun store's not a place to F around and crack
Right.
jokes,
It's the equivalent of saying to a airport security guard, "Hey, I'm trying to get my bomb on the plane."
Yeah.
The minute you do that, they'll take you right out and arrest you. There's no jokes around. There's nothing to it. I mean, as if those guys don't have enough to deal with, you drop that on top of them. And anybody that ever says anything like that, you have to assume that they're not mentally stable. And I wouldn't. And I thought it was very responsible of Will to kick them both out of the store, even though the guy who was actually purchasing the gun didn't say anything. You don't want. What if that guy went and shot up a school?
dude, yeah.
That responsibility is on you. So I'm telling you this because some people may just think it's funny to make jokes. Don't be an adult while you're in there. Don't try to be shocking. Don't try to get attention. Go in there and do what you got to do, and then get out of there. It's not a social thing, and don't ever make a joke like that. in a gun store or anywhere else. It's not funny to them, and it's not funny. It shouldn't be funny to you. So I don't know. I had to share that with you. He told me that yesterday, and I was like,
Wild.
You're kidding me. Stupid. Just so stupid. And look, the guy who did it might have thought he was being funny and knows now that he wasn't. And okay, that's fine. We can move on. But for anybody else out there who thinks that might be a good idea, just stop and realize how dumb that is, and how if I was him, I'd have to call the cops. I'd have to say this guy just came in here and asked me for this. So don't put yourself in that position if you're trying to be funny. All right, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you're looking for some shoes, maybe you want to start playing pickleball, or maybe you already played pickleball and you wore out your old shoes. Well, stop at a Pelts. They have all the pickleball shoes you need. They've got Skechers, New Balance, K-Swiss, Asics, and not just pickleball shoes. They have all kinds of different styles and brands. Whether you're looking for other court shoes, athletic shoes, you need some dress shoes, some heels, some flip-flops, they have them all right there in Pelts, ready to go, and you don't have to wait around for shipping or anything like that, and you can try them on. They've got the Pelt Shoe Fit experts. They've got the digital shoe experience there for you, where you can figure out the perfect size for your feet. Stop into Pelts. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. When you stop in, make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
Don't say anything else. Just say that.
Baltimore, a 4th body was recovered Sunday from inside a submerged vehicle at the site of the Key Bridge collapse. Yeah, the victim has not been identified at request of the family. One of the missing construction vehicles was located in the river, and inside was a person who had been trapped.
The worst.
2 construction workers were rescued, and now 4 have been recovered. 2 remain missing and are presumed dead. We haven't found them by now. We're presuming they're dead.
2 weeks ago, at least.
Yeah. That's sad. Oh, God. Could you imagine being trapped in a truck in a river?
No. On top of the panic of it falling into the water, and then you trying to get out, and you can't get out. Oh.
Everything else,
After that happened, I went down a rabbit hole of watching videos on what you're supposed to do if your car ever gets submerged into water.
Yeah.
You just start singing?
No, the first thing is roll down your window, take your seatbelt off.
Yeah.
That is the first thing.
Because that water's going to rush in. You know, so
but
that's going to go through. But yeah, you got to be able to do that. Make sure your seatbelt's off. Yeah, and then take a deep breath and get ready to go. Because you're not going to be able to get out until the water comes in, and then you can go out. Because you can try and get out while the water's coming in.
I'm shooting out the windshield.
Yeah. Well, do you have one of those little things on your key that breaks the glass?
Yeah, I'd be lucky if I could grab my gun, let alone the thing that's going to break the glass.
But so what you don't want to shoot anything out, because if you do that, the water's going to compress your entire windshield onto
Yeah, just get it off the.
No. You want to. Like you said, you roll down the window. Yeah, because you want to slowly let the water in, so then you can open the door, because the pressure will be too great against the door. Well, that's what I'm saying. But once the water gets in, the pressure is equalized, so you can open the door.
What? You're going out the window?
Yeah, I could go through a car window.
Just like the movies.
I want to see this.
Just like the movie.
Good. I want to see it too. Let's meet at the water. You go first.
I'll drive your truck into your pool. We'll see what happens.
Do you remember Reggie Roundtree did that on Channel 10 News? They were trying to kill Reggie. Every week they'd come up with something and they put him in a car and dropped him in the water and showed you the proper way to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, even that, under that controlled environment, I still
Right.
The
Like
panic.
the pressure.
Cold at night.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell's going on. You just flew off a bridge or whatever.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The bridge just disappeared out from under you.
I just went through all the emotions. I went, oh my God, I'm falling into the water. What's going to happen? I'm going to die. In the water. And then I'm like, oh, it's cold.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Ooh,
and it's dark.
Yeah, and if you get out, there's debris falling on top of you that you want to hope doesn't smash your
You hope
face.
a car doesn't fall on you.
You don't know which way is up or down. You don't know which way to go. Yeah.
And
gotta
God,
be
I'm never
so
going on a
hard.
bridge again.
God forbid you hit the water in the truck and it knocks you unconscious, and then you wake up halfway through and you're just like, oh, what is happening?
You wake up and go to take a deep breath and it's just all water.
Well, and then remember, at that point, if you don't have your window down, take your headrest off and use the prong.
What do you want to do open heart surgery while you're in there? What are you talking about?
I'm saying if you pass out and then you wake up and you come to and you can't roll your window down because
Yeah.
it's electric
She's
and all
right.
that it has water damage,
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
take your headrest off.
But
And
that
you
is-
choose
And do
wrong.
what?
Because it has
To
the
break
metal.
the window.
It has the metal at the end
Yeah.
of the bottom
Yeah.
of the headrest.
But in this instance, you're in complete darkness. It's
Right.
like
Yeah,
pitch
listen,
black.
I know that's a complete different story, but I just went down that after that happened, I went down the rabbit hole of what to do.
You know
I
what?
think about it. I go every time I go over the Skyway Bridge. Every time.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
see,
going around now.
I think I'm with you, Gio. As soon as I feel that water, I just sit back and go, "It's over."
Yeah. Stop
Too cold.
struggling. Let the water fill your lungs.
Too cold. Too
Yeah.
cold.
According to Carmen, you look at your pants, it has a rip in it, so you take out a thread and needle,
Yeah.
thread the needle, and do.
Call your friend. Say goodbye.
Yeah, that'll all work. Sources say that the Justice Department is going to file an antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation as soon as next month. Live Nation is the parent company of every concert goer's least favorite entity, Ticketmaster, and the feds say they use their industry dominance to undermine competition for ticketing live events. The result is that we pay more, and there's nothing we can do about it because Live Nation and Ticketmaster are pretty much the only game in town.
Yeah.
Last year, a Senate panel subpoenaed documents from Live Nation pertaining to ticket pricing, fees, and secondary sales.
It's interesting what's happening because they're going after Live Nation and Ticketmaster. They're also going after Apple right now because of the App Store.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. So it's
What's with the App Store?
Because where else can you get apps?
yeah, they have them. So if you created an app and you wanted to offer it on like Android and Apple phones, Apple forces you to pretty much sign a contract where you have to agree to their
Yeah.
terms
And
and,
they own
standards.
it.
Yeah.
You're making it for their product.
No, but that's not how business
But of
works.
course it is. They
No, it's
created
not.
the whole thing.
No. They created a phone, not
Right.
the service.
So if you want to make something that works on my phone, I want a chunk of that.
No, but again,
But
that's not how the business
That's
model
You're
exactly
works.
already
business
getting
works.
a
No.
chunk of the phone. Do you
Listen to
also
me.
want a chunk of the internet because
I-
I can go on the internet
Yeah,
on your phone?
So
No,
now
but
Spectrum
I-
has to pay you.
But that's the same thing.
The phone, they make apps for the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So without the phone, you can't use that app.
No, not true. You can use their apps without their phone. That's the thing. So like the Netflix app, you
Right.
can use on your TV, on a PlayStation, or on the Apple iPhone.
If you want to put it on the iPhone, you have to pay iPhone
so now,
to make your app
But
available.
now you're making it a monopoly.
yeah. So like Netflix would then have to
But
play.
you don't. You already said right away it could be on Android or Apple, so it's not a monopoly.
It is in this sense because now Netflix would, if following that logic, okay, so Netflix would then have to pay Apple to be on their phone.
Right.
Then they would have to pay Sony to be on their TV or PlayStation. Then they would have to pay, Vizio to be on that TV.
Right.
So that's why they're saying it's
But
an unfair.
there's a difference. There's TVs which are in all households,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's multiple versions of cell phones. If you don't think there's any cost to
There's
Apple to have to.
There's multiple versions of TVs.
You don't think there's any cost to Apple to have to house that app on their platform and be
absolutely.
able to? So they should have to pay to be on that platform.
But
if I have something that I want to put on this radio station, I can't just call them tomorrow and go, "Can you put this commercial on?" I have to pay to put a commercial on.
Right. What the difference is that you're paying the radio station to air a commercial for a time. Like
Right.
you're paying it to air a certain time. Whereas Apple is saying, if you don't do this, you will be excommunicated out of millions of people's phones. But that's not the service that they're providing. The service that they're providing is just the phone.
Right.
The apps are a secondary part
It's
of
their phone.
I
But
don't
it's
know.
not.
I don't know. I know what you're saying, but I don't know whether Apple really. Like they're in business to make money, and
Yeah,
they're doing that.
course.
Where the Live Nation Ticketmaster thing, there's no other way to get tickets.
But there's the apps that are created for the iPhone. If they're because of the iOS, that you have to create an app specific for the iOS
Apple's the
operating
gatekeeper,
system.
and they can
Right.
dictate what content goes on the device.
So, like, if
Yeah.
you wanted to create an app, you'd have to create an app for iOS and then a separate app for Android. That's where they're saying that's not fair because they're forcing us to create an extra piece and then charging us on top of it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm not. I mean, it's a little unfair, but I don't think it's.
Well, we'll see because they're taking them to
court
court.
case worthy.
Yeah.
This thing with Ticketmaster is, I mean, we've been saying it for years. You get I mean, when I was a kid, you can go see a show for $20, then you can go see it for $40. Now, I mean, it
the
would be.
fees.
It's customary to be a $500 ticket to go see a decent art.
Is their thing that they just buy up all the tickets? Is that
No, they have
Deal with all the different
just
venues and
distributor.
stuff. Yeah.
so they
Like,
just
can't you buy it from the vendor sometimes? You know what I mean? Like if there's
No.
a concert at Raymond James, you could go to Raymond James and get the
No,
tickets
because
there.
even Raymond James usually runs their stuff through Amalie Arena to sell their tickets. So, they use. I don't understand how they've been able to add all those fees for all these years.
Because they do exclusive deals with all the different venues
Yeah.
where they only go through Ticketmaster. That's how they sell their stuff, whatever. So Ticketmaster pays them a fee, or they. Whatever
I
they-
mean, I understand
they
how
take
they
care
do
of
it.
everything.
I just can't understand how it's been legal for so long.
Right, and it's all the fees that are crazy. But also, the really wild thing is if you buy a ticket, you're getting all those fees and stuff, and then you want to sell that ticket, you have to sell it back through Ticketmaster,
Right.
and then they charge you
Yeah.
again.
Oh, really?
Get fees
Yeah.
on you selling it back.
They take a piece of it.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, you could just get them in the parking lot before high school from Des Moines and get your Earth, Wind, and Fire and whatever else you need, and you had hard tickets, and it would cost you $8. But I have some ticket stubs from the early '90s when I'd go see Winger and bands like that on here, and I was paying $25. Now, I mean, we've established on the show yesterday, due to the amount of refrigerators and ice machines I have, that I do okay money wise. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't afford half these concerts. You spend you buy 4 tickets to a concert, you're looking at $1,500, and I'm not talking about through secondary trends. I mean, most of these things like Justin Timberlake. I mean, those were way expensive.
I mean,
And they
Taylor
even
Swift.
they do now, so many different bands and artists do the VIP, the meet and greet, the silver ticket, the gold ticket, all that stuff.
That's fine to me.
But the problem is those seats, I just want to see you. I don't
Yeah.
want to meet you. I don't want to
Yeah.
carry around a poster that you gave me. I don't want your exclusive laminate
Yeah.
that I'm never going to. What am I
No,
gonna
like
do?
that stuff's stupid. But
Yeah, but then it's like a $1,500 ticket
Yeah.
where I just wanted those seats.
my son likes to go and see these new rappers at clubs, and they'll do a $40 ticket, but a $80, and you get a meet and greet. That's fine. You're doing 2 different things. You're doing a show and a meet and greet. You want to pay for it. That I understand. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, these Pearl Jam tickets that they have going out, I'm looking at $400 a ticket. Wow,
that's crazy.
insane, because now I'd have to travel on top of that to go to the show.
Yeah.
You'll see the story like, can you believe Taylor Swift made $1 million on her tour?
$1
like,
billion.
yeah. Then you find that the family paid $3,500 to take their 3 kids to the show.
Right.
Can I tell you something? I bought Taylor Swift tickets when she was here in Tampa, and it was face value, and it was way less than.
really?
Yeah, it was like $160 as opposed to
That
and I had
sounds
floor
reasonable.
tickets. Yeah, way more reasonable than it
Everybody
would be.
I know they were buying nosebleed seats for $300 or
But
more.
I think that becomes the secondary market after a couple of days.
I saw a thing where they had it was old school, whatever, and they were at a Zeppelin concert, and they were out in the parking lot, and the guy was like, "How much did you pay for your tickets?" And he's like, $9, whatever this that. And he goes, "Not everybody paid $9. Some of the more expensive tickets were up to $40."
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I remember seeing a thing where Nirvana said that they weren't going to charge this or that. They were charging $25. They go, "Can you believe Madonna's charging $50 per
Yeah.
ticket?
Yeah.
$50,
Yeah.
please."
Old ass Madonna now charging $300 a ticket
Yeah.
and turning the AC
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I think they should crack down more on the people that use the AI bots to buy up
Yeah.
hundreds of tickets at a time.
They've been trying to
and
do
then
that
resell them.
forever.
I know.
Because a lot of them will have the fan clubs. They get it first. Some do deals with different
cards.
credit
Yeah.
cards where you get to. But yeah, it's so difficult because the secondary market's crazy. But now what Ticketmaster does or the artist can do is no resale on the tickets. Like they
Yeah,
can
but even
sell-
that doesn't work. Pearl Jam
No.
does that. You got to buy it through their fan club, and then there's no resale. And then after a certain date, you can just do whatever you want. I mean, it's an attempt to do something, but I gotta imagine that if they're charging this much for a ticket, there's got to be a lot of expense going into the production.
Aren't you
of shows.
going on to Taylor Swift for in Miami?
I am
$100 ticket?
not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know how much they were?
Yeah, a
gotta
little
look
bit.
it
I'm going to guess 400 a piece.
Hold on. I mean, it may take me
How
a
many
while.
tickets? 4?
4.
Oh, you
$1,600
over $2,000.
No,
In
I don't.
Miami?
I don't think it was that
before
much.
fees.
I'm going to say decent tickets in Miami, decent tickets for Taylor Swift. you're looking at right around $850 per ticket.
Per ticket with fees and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
about
that's
right.
that's not like great tickets,
You're just not up in the nosebleeds.
Right.
It's going to take me a second because I don't ever remember my Ticketmaster password, and I always have to reset it. Let me reset.
How many tickets are you buying or you bought?
4
Yeah, I bought 4 tickets.
tickets.
So I'm going to say you're right around $3,400, 34, 35, somewhere around there.
I'm going big.
Just under 4.
Pulling it up right now.
$4,200.
All right.
Oh, I think 24.
It doesn't give me the price on here.
Fees, everything.
Let me look at ticket details.
Yeah, if you go to your ticket, my events, whatever, go to ticket and ticket details. He's laughing, so it's a lot more than 35.
The fees were $96.15
Per ticket.
per ticket.
Yeah. So there's
Per
$400.
ticket?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's criminal.
Yes.
The
It is. $400 just in fees.
the tickets themselves were $426 each.
It's $500.
So-
$522 a ticket.
Yeah.
I love my daughter.
Oh, so it's less than I thought. So that's just under $2,100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went.
Man, Taylor
Do I get to
Swift.
go
What
now?
a great person.
What a great person.
Carmen,
Really
I'm
gives
going.
back.
I'm going.
Yeah, I bet. Listen, I heard the show's fantastic. Everyone loves it. Like, no one complains about it, but I cannot wrap my head around spending that much for anything.
No.
Because you don't have kids yet. Once you have kids, you'll be like, oh, whatever you want. I'll get
Oh,
it
my
for you.
daughters begged me, and I said no.
Yeah. No, you're out of your mind.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
My daughter has ultimate. I mean, I'm saying this because she can't hear it, but my wife and my daughter, every time they ask me for something, I give them the Vince Vaughn breakup. Well, my baby wants my baby gets mine.
And that's because you're rich.
No, it's because I love my kid.
Because you're rich.
Oh, shut up.
Gio loves his kids.
Yeah.
Not clearly. He does not love them enough.
I just don't have $5,000 for Taylor Swift tickets.
Yeah.
No, I had to go and
Unless
do
my
sexual things to guys to get that money.
Hey.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding.
That's a lot of guys. Mike only charged $5 a guy. That's a lot of guys. This is some bad timing. H&R Block software crashed on tax day and prevented thousands of people from filing their returns. They finally resolved the issue around 3:45 p.m. Eastern time.
Wah,
It's not
wah.
clear how many last-minute filers may have to absorb penalties and late fees because of it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Listen, you go to H&R Block or any of these tax places that are doing your taxes, you're wasting your money.
You get what you deserve.
Yeah.
Deserve what you get.
You can just, I learned my lesson in the early days before going to an accountant by going to these places. I just thought that's what you do. And I just find out they hired Benny. And Benny is a retired doorman from New York City. He's lived down here for a couple of years, and he just follows their program. All right. It says, look at box number 30. Look at box number 30. Write the amount. Look at box number 20. Subtract him. And then Benny's doing what I could have done.
He's using TurboTax.
It's exactly what they're doing. So you're wasting your money there. But yeah, anyway, it's too late now. You're already going to jail.
8 days after completing one of the greatest collegiate basketball careers ever recorded, Caitlin Clark was selected number 1 in Monday's WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. According to Ticket Marketplace of Vivid Seats, as of Wednesday, the average price of Indiana tickets increased 190% since last season. Ticket sales spiked soon after the Fever won the draft lottery in December, even though Clark had not yet declared if she would turn pro or return to Iowa for a final season of eligibility.
Can this be real? What Barstool Sports put out yesterday,
saw
what her
that.
deal is worth?
Yes.
That's $400,000.
Yeah.
For 4 years.
That's why I said she should have taken the $5 million from Ice Cube.
yeah.
It was 390 something million for 4 years,
Thousand.
which had her put thousand, sorry, which had her put her first year at like 70,000.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, because how are they paying her? They're not making any money. The
No,
WNBA
it's
doesn't make any
insane.
money.
I mean, I mean, great if that's your job and all you have to do is play basketball. It's great, but you must really love basketball to do all that for that little money. I mean, you can go to college, graduate from college, and usually get a job getting more.
She was making more money in college than she'll make in the WNBA.
But
well, her
also-
salary, but
Yeah, you're
think of
not
her
including
endorsement.
endorsements
Yeah.
and stuff. She's going to get, a lot of
Her
endorsements. and she'll do
jersey,
well.
her jersey already sold out of every size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Can
what I mean?
can I be honest with you about something? All right, I'm going to be honest. I'm not the best looking guy in the world. You may be watching me right now. There you go. She's about 20 grand away from being perfect.
Yeah.
She's so close. Her teeth are messed up. Her nose is too big.
Yeah, she got a little bird in her.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying she's not attractive and she should be getting all sure. I'm just saying she's so close to being really good looking.
She's got a little bird in her. Larry for the shooting and regular bird.
And Stork.
Yeah.
I was very surprised when I saw her with her boyfriend.
Why, is she good looking?
No, boyfriend is
Or the fact that she had a boyfriend.
Yes, the fact that she had a boyfriend.
When she was on Saturday Night Live, she was a little dolled up. She looked good.
Yeah, they made her up a little bit.
She's 20 grand away from being good,
Yeah.
but she's just teeth and a little bit of a nose reduction. And I like a big nose, so I could even live with the nose.
Carmen, what is the other girl from LSU, the black girl with the big eyelashes?
Angel Reese.
She looked great. Did you see her
Yeah.
for the draft? Whatever, wearing the cape. She looked like my bodyguard.
Yeah.
Right?
I like it.
I was looking at the comments, and people are pissed at what she's getting paid.
Like how
should
little
be
it is?
Yeah, how little it is. It should be equal pay. No, it's
Okay.
Oh.
Put
Equal
asses
to who?
Go buy tickets.
Put asses in seats,
Exactly.
and then
Right.
you'll make more money. You're
Yeah.
not on the same level as the NFL and all these things because they put asses in seats and they make money, so they pay their players more.
I was talking to Mike about this before, and I think it was before the show, one of the days. They were talking about the disparaging, the difference between the men and women, whatever, for soccer. And there was women on the panel, and the guy goes, yeah, there is. He goes, it's because how much money men's soccer makes. He goes, do you understand that men's soccer, they're splitting, I think it was like $500 million is the pay for the different players, whatever, where women get paid $300 million. So it's $200 million less. He goes, you know how much men's soccer makes? $6 billion.
Yeah.
Do you know how much women's soccer makes? $400 million. He goes, so yes, if you're taking the percentage of how much you make and how much you're getting paid, the women are getting paid way more than the percentage.
Yes.
He goes, also, you shouldn't want equal pay. You should want what you're worth. He goes, because if you're just looking for equal pay, then if you go out there and you do start selling tickets, you're never going to make that money that you should be making if you're selling those tickets.
If Caitlin Clark goes to this team and they sell out every home game, and then when she goes around and they're selling out every game, guess what? They're going to bring in more money, and they're going to be able to pay their players more money.
Yeah.
If you want them to get paid more, go to the games, support, buy the jerseys.
Would you say it went up 190%?
Yeah,
ticket sales?
190%, yeah.
So how happy do you think the rest of the team is that people are going to their games now?
She's good enough and a big enough draw that this could be that actually changes it where they do make more money. This could be the start of something.
It won't.
I'm just saying.
Probably not.
It won't.
Maybe the first year. I bet like the first half of the season.
Yeah, because a lot of these people that bought the tickets, whatever, like 5 games in, they're going to be, are we really going?
Yeah.
Come
do we
on.
have to go?
I mean,
She's going to make a ton of money. She already does make a ton of money
Yeah.
in endorsement deals
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So she'd be fine.
But she still should have taken the $5 million.
Yeah, for sure.
well, but the
She
thing
likes to play
is,
real basketball.
yeah, the thing is no, she shouldn't, because she would have got shut down in that Big 3 league.
Yeah, but it
would
was
have been
guaranteed $5 million.
I know, but it would have been embarrassing, and she wants to play.
And
you
she's
know what I
probably
mean?
already got a guaranteed Nike $5 million or one of those.
Yeah.
Right.
She'll probably be on the Olympic team, and they'll make a ton of money there and endorsements and stuff. It'll be fine.
By the way, speaking of the Olympic team, they showed the Olympic the female track outfit, and they're like, doesn't leave a lot to the imagination. Yeah, because it's track and it's aerodynamic, and they want to wear as little as possible.
Yeah.
It's the same with swimmers. That's how it works.
Plus
They're not
they're
trying,
sluts.
trying to make them all
Oh
sexy.
my God. What
Kidding,
is
I'm
wrong
kidding.
with
Mike
you?
Calta Show, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, it's Randall. I'm sorry. Listen, I have to put the time machine on. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I want.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Oh, we didn't get to
He put
travel.
the time machine on and went before that call ever happened.
Right. He disappeared from our space-time continuum. Hi, good morning.
Hi, is that me, Mike?
Yes.
Hi, Mike, and everybody. This is Stephanie. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
I wanted to comment on the whole Ticketmaster. Hold on, let me take. Sorry, I'm running late this morning. I took you off speaker. I wanted to comment on the whole Ticketmaster Live Nation thing.
Yeah.
Because I happen to know somebody who is from the Tampa Bay area who works for Live Nation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of amazing to me because she was somebody who kind of railed against the whole Ticketmaster Live Nation thing because of the ticket prices and the way that it's a monopoly. Like, I don't understand how the government hasn't yet shut them down or made them, open a new ticket site, but made somebody else compete because it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
well, there
the
are.
whole
I mean, there are other companies. There's Eventbrite and there's Vivid. I mean, there are other companies. It's not
well,
like they're
no,
not,
but those aren't from the original. You have to go through Ticketmaster or Live Nation to get tickets when they go on sale. You can't go through Eventbrite.
That's not true. There's Vivid seats. There's
That's
there's
Those are all secondary.
Vivid is but Eventbrite's
Eventbrite-
not secondary.
But Eventbrite, Live Nation, Ticketmaster, Live Nation owns Ticketmaster, so they
Right,
only
that's
do
where
their
the problem is.
exclusive.
That's
And they
where the
own all the
problem
venues
is.
as
Yeah,
well.
that's the whole thing. Whatever.
Thank you,
By the way,
Steph.
you want me to ruin Caitlin Clark for you? You know who she looks like?
Oh man.
She looks like from the movie where the kid goes, "Don't drink the beer. The beer's gone bad." She
Oh.
looks like that kid.
She
Can't
does.
hardly wait. Can't hardly wait. She looks like that.
Why'd you do that?
You ruined it.
Oh, terrible.
I find something sometimes sexy about a not perfect person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Also,
Like,
she's talented, which makes her hotter. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah, but she's
we've all-
athletic.
yeah, but we've all seen like some singer that you're like, if she was in public, you're like not great, whatever. But up on stage and singing great, you're like, oh, okay, I could overlook the
chubby old bass
the
player.
wonky eye or whatever it is.
get it.
This doesn't really seem to be a problem, but I guess it's a problem. A guy in Canada is being harassed by someone who keeps sending him pizza.
Oh.
Around $1,000 worth
Oh,
of pizza.
no.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
pizza
yeah.
keeps coming to his home and work. Police are investigating. I guess if somebody's just sending you random pizzas, you're probably not going to eat it. You know what I mean? Because you don't know.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
hey, did you like that pizza? you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm talking
but
about.
what if it like the delivery guy's bringing it? Isn't that safe?
No.
But
No.
yeah, he may have paid the delivery guy. Hey, bring it here, and then bring it there. Yeah,
We
exactly.
used to send cabs to people's houses.
Cabs
when our kids
here.
are,
Not cool.
Yeah. No, because I'd be sitting there watching TV and I'd hear, and I go, oh,
Son of a
and the
bitch.
cab, after a while, I didn't order the cab. What do you want from me?
What do you do?
Then my friends would call me, hey, what are you doing? Oh, what am I doing? I'm chasing cabs away. You know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't know though. The pizza. After a while, you'd be like, all right, I'm just.
I didn't eat it.
I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna
eat
eat
it. Extra
that
cheese,
pizza.
yes, please.
The next innovation in doorbell cameras is devices that are armed to shoot.
This is
All right.
great.
Yeah, so you have the doorbell camera, and now you can boo boo boo. Kickstarter started this thing where they have the Paint Cam Eve, which shoots paintballs in cartridges of tear gas.
Well, that's never going to fly.
No, of course not. But that
Never
would be
going to
pretty
fly,
fu-
but it's a
It'd
great
be
idea.
pretty funny though, for sure.
If it didn't shoot a can of tear gas, it just like shot gas out. That would make
Yeah.
more sense. You know
Yeah.
what I
Like
mean?
gasoline?
No, not like gasoline.
And then a little
like-
flame just
yeah.
goes, lights up.
Just
But
shoots
the-
chloroform right in your face.
But the whole thing is if it shoots like the paintball thing with the tear gas in it, whatever that
okay.
hits you,
That
it
makes
sticks to you.
sense.
So yeah.
Okay.
Where if it's just tear gas, you just
Like,
back
yeah.
away and move and go, yeah, I don't want to get it.
smells
You're not
weird.
going to sit there and go, what is that? Staring into it. Although some people may.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I watch all these videos of porch pirates getting caught
Yeah.
and beat up, and I love the Ring doorbell camera. Is one of the best inventions ever. It's how we got my video of me falling.
Yeah. This is a sign of the times. Miss AI is the world's first beauty pageant for AI generated models.
What is happening?
The top bot will log out with a whopping $13,000, including $5,000 check, a $3,000 mentorship scholarship, and a $5,000 in public relations support. The second and third runner-ups will receive grand totals of $5,000 and $2,000 respectively. The pinups, pixelated pinups, competing for the titles must be 100% AI generated to be considered for the money. Masterminds behind the masterpieces must be at least 18 years old. They showed some of the different, we've all seen some of the AI things, whatever, and they're making like $100,000, $200,000
Yeah.
a month
Yeah.
with these fake generated
Yep.
models.
The future is now.
Because they
Deepfakes.
figured out what's most pleasing
Yep.
to the human eye, the jawline and the this and that, the way they look and the boobies and
It's crazy. But these competitions make me feel like whatever AI has been running the world for like the last couple of years is now like I also want to be a beauty contestant.
Yeah.
People are like, all right, yeah, sure, all right.
No, I think what it does is it picks up the fact that what we like. They have 9 different beauty pageants a year worldwide. They have Miss Universe, Miss America, Miss India, whatever they do. And they have all these. So clearly the world wants that.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing: is whenever the AI generated, just model, you can see her, but then they have it in real life, and it's that ex machina. And
Yep.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Yep.
Because really, I would have let her stab me.
100%, and do it slowly.
Yeah.
Look into my eyes. Yeah,
Not does
she's
it
so fine.
Not only is it what you want visually, but then it pulls from everything you've typed on the internet through your Facebook, social media. So then not only that, but it also talks to you.
Oh, no, that's
exactly
Yeah.
how you want to be
It's
talking
gonna
about.
make me the worst. I'm gonna have an old granny, sexy
Wait.
granny coming in. Yeah, because I don't like.
But she'll also know exactly what you want.
Yeah.
How about if I do this and then bake you some cookies?
that'd
You'd be
be
like,
great.
oh,
Yes.
You've got a decade of social media posts that it
Yeah.
draws from.
Yeah.
Carmen, today is day 2 of the diet.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. I haven't cheated or anything like that. I'm eating very healthy, but I thought it would take longer before I started craving food that I can't eat. For some reason, I want to eat baked apples today.
Baked
Oh.
apples.
Baked
that
apples.
sounds
All right.
great.
I don't know when the
baked
last time I had a baked apple was.
You need
You
to
can't
Why
have
would-
baked apples though.
What?
You can't have baked apples.
Oh, the apple's a fruit. It's got carbs in it.
Oh, I didn't know you can't have fruit. I didn't know this.
No wonder it answers a lot of questions about your diet.
No.
First off, fruit is very good for you, and I don't need to lose as much weight for you, so I can eat different food.
There you go.
Are you on like a liquid diet? Just liquids?
No, I'm pretty much. I'm taking 2 shakes a day and then a meal. Like last night, I had fish and broccoli for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
How long until
Delish.
you can swim out a car window?
I have a big truck.
Yeah.
You're just starving yourself.
Brutal.
I'm not really even hungry. It's just that I'm think about the things I can eat, and that's what I want to eat.
Yeah. That's called a diet.
None of us need the calories we take in.
Yeah,
None of us
right.
need that much that we actually take in.
Yeah.
You could easily get away with eating way less. I mean,
Yeah.
all of us, I'm talking about me too. Is how many times have you been waiting for a meal and you have a little snack of something, whatever, and you're like, yeah, I'm full.
Yeah.
But the
now I'm
meal's
gonna
done.
stuff my
exactly.
face, yeah.
Or
I don't want it to go waste.
worst thing ever for me was having divorced parents, was having to go to like 2 or 3 different places for the holidays
man.
and eat
Oh,
at
that's
every
the
one of them.
best.
That was the
It
worst?
sounds like, yeah, dude. It's honestly.
That sounds pretty good.
You go to my mom's house and you're like, I'll have a little of this, yeah, a little of that. That's good. Then you go to the next house and you're eating a full dinner, and then you go to the next house and they're like dinner and dessert, and you go after a while, you're like, I'm dying over
Yeah.
here.
No more.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
Today is wear your pajamas to work day.
Hey.
We did it, guys.
We all did it.
So it was
Good job.
yesterday and the day before.
Good job. Carmen, what are you wearing? Do you get dressed up? Not
No.
really dressed up, but do you put any makeup or anything?
I
You're in
wonder
there
if
by
she even
yourself.
brushes her teeth.
I definitely brush my teeth. I'm not disgusting. No, I wear leggings, usually a tank top, and then a sweatshirt over it.
So
because
lady pajamas.
yeah, lady pajamas. Yeah,
I love lady pajamas.
Yeah, it's a good
very,
look.
very comfortable.
My wife is wearing black like Lululemon leggings, right? And then some sort of t-shirt over it, or a sports bra with a t-shirt over it. And then I'll go, let's go to the sushi place. And she's like, I can't go like this. And we'll go home and she'll change into a different pair of leggings with
Yeah.
a different t-shirt. I go, oh, you got to be kidding me. And sometimes I'll be in, like, I have nicer shorts than other shorts. So I'll be in a pair of like basketball shorts and a tank top. And I'll be like, I got to go get a shirt with sleeves. And she's like, you're fine. And I go, oh, you think I'm fine.
Yeah.
But you're ready to change leggings to a different color legging.
I love asking my wife what she's gonna wear, and she'll tell me, and then I go, I'm probably just gonna wear like a rock t-shirt and jeans. She goes, yeah, I know. Well, it works. But we don't have as many options. Guys don't have as many options. Ladies have a
Yeah.
lot more options than we do.
You guys
No,
do. You guys yes, you guys do.
What do we have? We
Yeah.
have a collared shirt or we have a t-shirt?
Jeans.
A polo
Shorts.
shirt,
Robes.
Polo, button up.
Collared shirt.
Yep.
robes.
So you're now naming
Yeah.
collared shirts. I already said collared shirts.
Right.
What
You
else?
you could do suits.
Yeah,
Collared shirt.
Okay, now we're 007 all of a sudden. We're Kevin
yeah.
on the cruise.
Nope, that's a tuxedo.
I'd like to throw in a nice pair of leggings.
But that's the thing is, like,
You could do
Hey,
joggers.
I love my joggers, man. I wear
Yeah.
joggers.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
Listen, anytime Chad tries to put on jeans, I'm like, oh, you look weird. Just go put on your joggers.
Yeah.
I like
Really?
him. Yeah, I like him in his coaching gear.
yeah, but I
that
feel
is
like
hot to me.
I feel like that you're subconsciously you want him to wear that because you were wearing it, and you're like, I don't want to dress up. So will you also
No.
please wear joggers?
No,
I just
because
think that's
you.
what he
I got your
looks-
number.
That's what he looks hot.
Also-
that's how I
also-
find him attractive.
That's whenever she first started banging him when she was 17.
Right.
He was
Yeah.
16.
Right.
I was 20.
Yeah.
You say 20.
No,
I find
I
it-
was 20.
I find it very funny that Carmen, your generation and younger, like my son owns no pairs of jeans. He hates
That's wild.
jeans.
Yep,
Yeah.
hate jeans.
My
So
son
weird.
hates jeans too.
I will not wear
refuses.
jeans. I've literally been looking up like different pants that I can substitute for when I need to wear jeans instead. And they make like, they're basically, they look a lot like yoga pants, but they flare. They're a little looser. So
That's
they look
weird.
like they look like work pants, but they're yoga material. So they're
A
just,
couple
like, super
things.
comfy.
One, ever since they put that 5% spandex into jeans, that really changed.
It's
the game.
nice.
That's nice and comfortable and stuff. So I like that. And I don't wear jeans too often, but if I do, I wear those. My wife, though, and Carmen, you probably know that she's been doing this for a while. It's the thing is they almost look like Jenkos, the jeans, the flared out ones with the high waist and stuff. My wife will wear those with like a t-shirt and stuff. Yeah. Those, which I'm not a huge fan of, but then the white shoes and the this.
I love jeans. I grew
Really?
up loving jeans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a go-to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
they're comfortable.
Yeah,
they're
but
easy.
not in Florida. Shorts all the time. Like you're
Yeah.
wearing jeans right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be 80 degrees when we walk out.
I'm
here.
ready for it. I don't understand. So
swamp ass.
I came from the generation of kids that they started wearing jeans to the beach, which that blows my mind. Oh yeah,
I
dude.
think you're thinking of Mexican kids.
That's
no.
You
Then they
weirdo.
kick around a soccer
Yeah.
ball, and then the soccer ball went
No.
into the radio.
No.
And then there was a fight.
No. And I didn't say I wear jeans to the beach. But people in my generation do.
Do you wear jeans
Sweaters.
to play beach volleyball? And then high five by going past and then going
Damn
out?
right I do.
When I lived in Staten Island and I was a young kid, James Shelley was my friend, and his older brother put on jeans to go in the pool.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was wearing jeans,
too
and he
much
was like,
chafing,
"I'm going to
Michael.
go upstairs and change, and I'll come in the pool." And he went upstairs and came down in a different pair of jeans and jumped in the pool. And I went, "Are you wearing jeans in the pool?" He's like, "Yeah."
How many people did he wind up murdering later on? Like, what is going on?
These are my pool jeans.
Yeah, I never, to this day, I mean, I must have been 6 years old at the time.
Like, if he was doing it as a joke, that's a funny joke. Like, that's funny. Let me go change my jeans so I can go to the pool. But if he's doing it for real, then he definitely murdered people and has them in his crawl space.
Were they short jeans, Michael, or long?
They were long
All the way
jeans.
down.
Jeez.
All the way down to the ankle.
Nope.
Well, Joe, you still wear the lady jeans, right?
Yeah, of course. Whenever I can.
Listen, if I could fit in lady jeans, I'd wear them too.
Those hips don't lie.
My
Do not.
wife could buy teenagers' clothes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same thing with the teenager version. So they're
It's
like
pretty awesome.
so much cheaper. Yeah, I bet you guys
it's
know
the
about
best.
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know what? A girl goes to kiss you and she sees a Garanimal logo. That's a little bit of a turnoff.
Nah, they
And they
love
don't
it.
fit the same. They don't have the same cut. Like
What kid stuff?
like juniors' clothes compared to women's clothes because women are more curvy. Like
Well-
literally the way they're sewn.
Yeah.
I think
is
the only way,
differently.
the only really way that my wife does is for sneakers.
Right.
Yeah.
But yes, for actual clothes, like the shape of the clothes is actually different from juniors to adults.
The owner of O.J. Simpson's white Bronco are looking to sell, and they want at least how much for it? It's the 30th anniversary of the Bronco chase, and of course, renewed interest since O.J.'s death. The white Bronco, they want how much?
At least $1 million.
At least $1 million.
50 grand.
50.
2 million.
2 million.
200,000.
200,000.
500,000.
Spanish or close? 1.5 million. At least 1.5
That should
million.
be in the Smithsonian.
It
That's it.
should. That would be so great.
Which somebody will probably pay
Yeah.
for it.
You
know?
think?
Yeah,
yeah.
People are
Like-
crazy. Just have stupid money.
Think about.
Sorry, go ahead, Carmen.
I was gonna say, think about how much that guy just sold for the fake Kobe ring.
yeah,
It was, you know what I mean? The
Replica.
dad sold it. It wasn't even a real one. It was a replica, and
Yeah.
it went over for over millions of dollars.
If I was a multimillionaire, I buy the white Bronco and I set it up in my garage on a conveyor belt so it looks like it's just
Constantly being chased.
it's slowly being chased all the
Well,
time.
that's the thing, Carmen. I mean, you put the basketball ring on display. What are you doing with the Bronco?
Put it
Like,
on
where are you
display.
putting?
Yeah,
I know, but where?
You rent it out for parties and stuff.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
a great
That's
idea.
You take it to Comic Con,
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
Follow me to the party.
Yeah. The slowest ride to the party. Here we go.
Rust Armorer. I love that word. Can we just say the lady that does the guns?
Yeah.
Rust Armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed was sentenced to 18 months in prison for the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Alec Baldwin goes on trial in July.
Damn.
I don't think Alec Baldwin will get any jail time.
Nah.
I think that this girl screwed up. She deserves a little bit of jail time.
Yeah.
It was an accident. She's suffering from it, but 18 months.
He'll
18
get
months.
a probation and maybe a fine if that. Yeah.
Watching that Netflix thing about the prison, that's a really, like, they had there's certain parts where I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then there's certain parts where I think that's just awful. This guy had a roommate, and they were
cellmate, not really roommate.
Sorry, cellmate. It was cellmate. You're right.
Spanish has a roommate.
Yeah.
His name's Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They had a cellmate, and in their cell, they just had two like shelves with mats on them, and that's where they slept. And one of them got mad at something else, took it out on his cellmate, and started beating him up in the cell. And they had cameras on it. And the guy who was getting beat up was like, "Come on, dude, what are you doing? I'm bleeding now. You're making my head." Like, he wasn't even mad. He was like, "This is what I have to put up with." It goes, oh yeah, and then his head was all bloody, and then he had to go to the doctor. And I thought, that's where they get me. I'm fine until my head's bleeding.
Yeah, but think about it this way. Your head starts bleeding and you're like, okay, now I have two choices. I can either retaliate and get hurt worse possibly, or now I get to spend time in the infirmary and it's not in the cell with this guy and there's going to be a nice nurse.
Enough time in the infirmary, but the worst part is they come and immediately open the door and they're like, "What happened?" He goes, "I fell out of my bed."
Yeah.
She goes, "You didn't fall out of your bed. What happened?" He goes, "I fell out of my bed."
Yep. Don't be snitch.
Yeah.
Can't snitch. What
I'd be like,
happens to
that dumb
snitches?
son of a bitch right there just punched me in the head.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad.
Oh.
I don't like
Now
it.
everyone's out to get you.
Yep.
No. I don't like prison outside.
I would not
Oh,
last
yeah, you don't.
an hour.
You're saying you would not. You would not like it?
Definitely not.
You would
I think
not
I'd be
last
all
it, I
right.
think?
Here's where my problem was. They give you a tray that has little compartments like when you're in high school, and they put gross food on there, including like a piece of white bread, some mac and cheese. And then this dude, this young white kid, was standing by the garbage. And when people went to go empty their tray and there was food left, he was eating their food left. I was like, ugh. And you're not allowed to do that. And he got in trouble for it. And he's like, "I'm hungry." And I thought I'd be so hungry in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go get something in the middle of the night.
You'd be thinking back to the holidays when you go to 3 different houses.
Yeah.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I should have
This is
taken
the
advantage."
old,
Right?
the old days.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You get there, you got to hold somebody's belt loop.
Yeah.
A lot of weird stuff goes on.
I think that's a myth, man.
Is it?
No, that's not a
think so,
myth. Are you
man.
kidding me?
Yeah, that's from the 90s, man.
No,
They're not
dude.
holding belt loops.
That's
They're
how it
sneaking
goes.
cell phones
No, they're
in.
doing
They're
it.
making
Yeah.
toilet wine. They're having a ball.
How'd that cell phone get in here?
Yeah, you know how.
That
Not
was
in
the
your
thing.
belt loop.
In
You
order
know,
to,
prison person.
Yeah.
in order to clear the inmates to come out of their cell, they had to go in there and turn the place over to make sure they had no weapons and stuff. And every one of them had weapons.
Yeah.
They all had something sharpened into something.
Yeah.
Plus, they're forcing you to do stuff too when you
Yeah.
get there.
Oh, man.
Look at Andy. Andy had to do it every day. He was getting his ass kicked because he wouldn't.
Sisters.
He's getting something done to his ass.
Yeah.
Anybody come at you yet?
Oh.
Andy didn't always win.
No.
He fought a good fight, but he
Yeah.
didn't always win. Yeah. The sisters.
I got you.
We talked about this earlier. CBS will re-air Billy Joel, the 100th, live at Madison Square Garden Friday night. Sunday's broadcast was cut short during the final song, which was Piano Man, and people lost their minds.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, look, if you're into it, so I did something one time that was such a dick move. When the Karate Kid first came out on, this is probably before you and Carmen were born. When the Karate Kid first came out on VHS, was that before you were born? You
I
think?
was 87. Let's see.
It was 80. That
Karate Kid was like 84.
four. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when were you
85?
born? 87.
I was born in 87. Yeah.
So it definitely came out on tape before you were born. Anyway, so we were watching. This is how old it was. My remote control to my VHS had a string attached to it, a cord.
1985. It was out on VHS.
So we watched the movie, my family, all the way down to the very last moment. Johnny gets up. Daniel gets in the crane position. Everybody's like, "What's he doing? He's in the crane position." The music's da-na-na-na-na. Fight. And the minute he went fight, I hit pause, and everybody went, What happened? Nobody talked for an hour and a half. And I took the momentum out of everything, and they were like, "Oh, you ruined the whole movie." Yep, I'm a dick. But that's what they did with Billy Joel. You watch the whole concert, you finally get the Piano Man, and you're in your living room and sing us a song on the Piano Man.
No, it's sing us a song. And it just stops.
Like
You know,
the
you get
Sopranos.
Piano Man.
Yeah.
I was ready to say Piano Man.
Why are they doing this?
Yeah, it must have been very frustrating for people watching it, but also, you know how it goes.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
How about this? We talked about Jelly Roll the other day. Jelly Roll is down almost 70 pounds.
Oh, is that
On
big?
top of that, he said, no. Everybody says, maybe.
Maybe.
Everyone
I know
knows
that
that
he's
big.
working
Okay,
with
okay.
Brecca
Oh, really?
to do this stuff. Yeah, we had talked about that. He said, quote, he's planning on losing another 100-something pounds.
Good for him.
He said it's going to be crazy when he debuts his new skinnier self. Back in February, he was challenged to compete in a race called Two Bears 5K that takes place in May with comedians Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. He took the challenge seriously. Jelly talked to People Magazine. He said, I'm going to 2 or 3 miles a day, 4 to 6 days a week. I'm doing 20 to 30 minutes in the sauna, then 6 minutes in the cold plunge every day. I'm eating healthier right now. Regarding his pace for the 5K race next month, he said, I don't know if I'm going to be running. It's going to be the word. He goes, I'm definitely going to be doing the 3.1 miles. He said, I'll get it done, but it's probably going to be a brisk power walk. He said his goal is to do about a 15-minute mile.
That's not bad. That's great.
I'll be there.
Brisk walk.
I'll be there walking next to him going, come on, Jelly. Come on, Jelly. You can do this.
You should call yourself peanut butter.
Now you're speaking my language.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a peanut butter jelly?
It's been a while.
Oh, I can tell you exactly what it was.
So good.
On the
days ago.
cruise.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Yeah. Grape jelly.
Are you guys ready for this?
We are.
For what?
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Award.
Award?
Yes, this hour's keyword is award. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now. It's absolutely free, and enter award.
Award?
In there, you have 15 minutes past the top of the hour, and $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours. Get it?
Award.
Yes.
Great. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, I was wondering if any of you have...
What? You're very mumble mouth.
Okay, sorry. I took it off speaker. I was wondering, have you guys seen Baby Reindeer on Netflix?
Baby
No,
reindeer or baby ranger?
Somebody told me about that.
My neighbor was talking about that.
Baby Reindeer. Yeah, so good. We got home from the beach. We were all tired. We started watching it. My wife's like, I got to go to bed by 8 o'clock. We stayed up till 11 just to finish it. Super good movie. It's not even a movie. It's a miniseries, but it's based on this guy's life. And this chick stalks him and stuff. Like, she's nuts.
All right.
You got to check it out.
Yeah, that's
really
a second high recommendation. Okay, thank you. Appreciate the heads up. Is he saying baby reindeer?
Baby reindeer.
Baby
I thought
reindeer.
she said baby ranger.
No,
She
baby
said,
reindeer.
Baby reindeer. It doesn't even come up on my screen like when I turn it on.
Yeah,
like,
mine
you should
neither.
watch this.
Mine neither.
How crazy is this? Because when you hear this, you go, yeah, that makes sense. CBS has given the green light to The Gates, the first black daytime soap opera in 35 years. Think about it. There's no black soap operas.
Well,
I thought that was a traditionally, well, I guess not
But
a
I just
Spanish
thought
thing.
soap operas were
Black
like
and
a
white people
mix
on it.
of every, even Hispanics. Like it was just every.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like this is specifically black. Like they had, what was it, Empire that was on Fox, which was basically a soap opera done.
good.
But you know, the soap opera have that look because they do it live and they do the stuff, whatever. But yeah, black soap opera. The Gates.
I think that's great, but I just always assume that like I don't know. King is great, but you have a soap opera that has white people, black people, other ethnicities.
Well, I don't know. I haven't watched soap operas for a long time, but like when we were growing up,
Seems like that's a
when we were
backwards
growing
step.
up, Days of Our Lives had like Abe. That was the only,
Abe was the only one,
the one
that's
black
true.
guy that was on there. You know what I mean?
But that was also the 80s. I'm sure there's
Right.
a lot more now. Oh,
Possibly.
maybe there's not. I don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah, you never know.
Are you racist if you're like, well, I'm not watching the black soap opera?
Yeah, could be.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Black ladies had to watch the white soap opera all these years because it was the only one
Right.
they had.
I'll tell you, there is a lot of talk about it on Black Twitter, though. I'm on Black Twitter all the time.
If there isn't a lot of, I'm not watching it. You and my man.
An OnlyFans star who planned to sleep with 100 college students in 3 weeks has revealed that she surpassed her target. 24-year-old Bonnie Blue, there's a picture of her on
She
Bone
sure
TV, who lives on the Gold Coast in Australia, traveled to Cancun, Mexico last week to record X-rated content with U.S. college students during spring break. She went viral last year for pulling a similar stunt during Schoolies Week down under. However, this time the 24-year-old had hoped to sleep with 100 spring breakers during her time in Mexico, something that she says bagged her at least $200,000 in the process because she was charging for it. A lot of virgins, too. A lot of like, hey, first-timers, come check this out. She claimed she slept with 122 college students during spring spring
Who
break.
doesn't love an overachiever?
So like 3 weeks of that, 21 days, whatever. She made at least $250,000, according to Bonnie. She and fellow creator Leilani May saw men lining up outside their hotel room.
I can't wait to read her memoir after she almost kills herself from depression. Yeah,
I go last. I call last.
Yeah,
And also, that doesn't seem like that much money for that much work.
I don't know. I'd bang 200.
how much work is she
let's
doing?
Bang
Let's see.
122 guys for 200 grand.
250,000, Carmen, divided by 122. That is a little over $2,000 per guy.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
If it was reverse and I got to bang girls,
And they paid you
and they paid me
$2,000?
$2,000,
Oh,
that'd
man.
be great.
She doesn't look 24. She looks 44.
Yeah, that's a rough.
That's a rough 24.
Yeah.
That's a good
she's,
44 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, Lynn Austin, the original Hooters girl, turned 63 the other day.
Really?
And I think it looks better now than she did, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
She's aging backwards. I mean, we're talking about a woman who went from being like a model to being like a mom to went back to being a model again.
Yeah.
God damn, she's good looking. And Lynn and I used to fight all the time when we worked together, but it's hard to yell at somebody who's gorgeous.
yeah.
Yeah, she really looks great. She hasn't eaten a chicken wing in her life.
Never. No. Especially.
Never.
Yeah.
Never ate a chicken wing.
Man, chicken wing.
I can't.
Oh, wow. I'm
sorry,
looking at a
Michael.
picture of her. Yeah, she does really look good. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
She's beautiful. She's just naturally beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I saw a picture of Christy Brinkley the other day.
Oh, my
Who's like 70-something years old, and you're like, she still looks like she's
Yeah, that's wild.
30.
That's
Yeah.
wild. Finally, in news, I have some new music for you guys.
Is it better than I Love Steven and
Never.
Steven Loves Me or whatever that song was?
It might be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
This is new music. Now, this is from a singer. He was part of a huge band that they're not together anymore, but put out some new music, and I'm going to play it for you. When you know who it is, just yell it out. Here we go. New music on the Mike Calta Show.
I mean, his voice sounds better than Bon Jovi's.
Yeah, true. Give me that.
But it's just terrible.
Yeah, it's
like,
horrible.
Yeah.
It's so funny because John 5 had said a long time ago that he did an album with David Lee Roth, and he said it is some of the best stuff ever, and that they're not putting it out, and that now David Lee Roth is slowly releasing songs.
This is it?
And the other song was terrible. Remember, it was like
Yeah.
acoustic, terrible, and this stupid thing. Ugh. How the mighty have
He has
fallen,
no
man.
business sense whatsoever.
Who, John Five or
David
David Roth?
Roth? He just is doing what he thinks is cool, and he's still stuck in the 80s. And
Again, like I said for Bon Jovi, imagine they're all sitting in the studio and all the engineers like, Dave, this is great. I mean, this is some of your best work ever, man.
I mean, just terrible.
Oh, listen. Those engineers are hired to push buttons. They push the buttons
Yeah.
and go, hey, man, whatever we think, it doesn't matter. We're
There's
not.
got to be producers and stuff. Like, this is going to just be huge.
You know what always makes me laugh is whenever I watch a lot of the stupid reality shows, the Vanderpump Rules and all that stuff. Whenever they go in and record a song, and
Yeah.
you have like guys that are working with actual artists, and then they have this dumb broad come in singing. They're just like, yeah, no, that's great. We got it.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one.
Where
for sure.
where do you find that song, Galvin?
So that is David Lee Roth. Scotch and Sofa is the name of it. I found it on YouTube. I don't
Yeah.
even know whether it's on Spotify right
Can
now.
you play
or
it
where
again,
is.
Carmen? I want to hear that again.
Yeah, of course. You want it from the start?
Yeah, I was too busy trying to think of who it was,
Okay, here.
but I want to hear this now.
I cut a little bit of the intro off, though.
A good David Lee Roth song, if they change it right now, this sounds very much like a demo, and that they just use synthesizers and other stuff with. Like if somebody went in there and really tooled it up, it could be slowed it down a little. made it
Yeah,
a
or
real
like
David
if
Lee
they
Roth
had
song.
like great musicians like John 5 and Greg Bisbette. Like, I mean, this
What
is it.
is happening?
This is it.
It sounds AI. I thought it's like AI generated.
And it's also David Lee Roth saying, "No, this is what I want. I want it to
Right.
sound
That's the
like
hard
he
part.
wants it to sound like that." Like Carmen, start from the beginning, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Caitlin,
Sorry,
What is
David Lee
happening?
Roth.
stop it, Dave. Stop. By the way, same guy that was on Unchained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, think about that. The difference of those ones.
Are Bon Jovi and David Lee Roth just writing music for ads now? Like, is that what's happening? They just aren't saying
Bon
anything?
Jovi's writing him for erectile dysfunction
Like,
commercials.
what is going on?
David Lee Roth went from somebody get me a doctor to Scotch and Sofa.
What is that?
Zoo.
What
terrible.
That's pretty bad.
happened?
I want them to. I don't want them to not make music. I want them to just make good music.
Yeah.
By the way, the first comment on this YouTube thing was Scotch and Sofa. It says, "Come on, Dave, give me a break."
Oh, poor Dave.
yeah.
So
it's just a matter of
terrible.
time. Now, I think I've told this story before, but when David Lee Roth went to go take over for Howard Stern in New York,
Yeah.
he did a lot of David Lee Roth stuff. Like he wanted the doors all left open. He wanted the carpet ripped up and hardwood floors to be put down so you could hear people walking around. And I mean, that's the worst thing in radio. And Al Dukes was his producer, a job that I did not want to take. And Al was still using carts at the time, and he got mad. David Lee Roth got mad at something and threw a cart at Al, who was carrying carts, and dropped them all on the floor. And that's the difference between me and a guy like Al. Al's a really good guy with patience, and it was great. I would have punched David Lee Roth's face in that day. Don't throw you can't throw something at
Right.
me. But anyway, Al said he picked up the cards, put them away, and the next day David Lee Roth came up to him and apologized because he had a little bit of a fit and gave him an envelope with $1,000 in it. I guess
Not that bad.
No, yeah.
I take that.
I'd let him throw stuff at me if I knew there was $1,000 coming the next day.
Right.
This summer, David Lee Roth going on tour with Bon Jovi on the Who Cares tour. Or Please Stop. Yeah,
Aw.
that is it for news.
That is the we're not as good without the other guy.
Oof,
tour.
yeah.
He's a step away from the Masked Singer, is what I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
You know how hard it would
I'm
be.
surprised he hasn't been on there yet.
You know how hard it'd be like to be like the grasshopper, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Let me tell you a story about a guy named Jim."
Who
I'm
is
surprised-
the ice cream cone?
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he's not on the panel.
oh yeah.
Like, think about that. Ugh.
Oh, that is pretty awful. I saw American Idol on the other day, and I thought, what is going on there? They're still doing American Idol, and I get it. People still like to watch those shows, but has anybody that won American Idol done anything after Kelly Clarkson?
No, yeah, that's the thing.
Not Kelly Clarkson. The country
Carrie
singer,
Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, and also, they're all good. They're like all good.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Yeah, they don't make fun of anyone anymore. They don't have the delusional weirdos come on there and try and sing their songs.
I do
about
like the voice
Steven
better.
Tyler liking their.
I do
girlfriend.
like the voice better.
Yeah, the voice is great. And the voice, they're all good.
Yeah.
I only like the rounds where they're turning the chairs around. After that, the show always loses.
But
me for
here's
some
why
reason.
is that most of the time those are like you got to send the guy home. Like,
Yeah.
you're cutting your team down right away, and you're like, these are two 10.0 performances, and you got to cut one.
Yeah.
They had a person, and I'm saying a person because it identified as male,
Yeah.
but it was long fingernails, beard, pink halter top,
Hot.
this and that, whatever, and came out and sang in Spanish. And I go, you lost.
In Spanish?
Yeah. I go, you lost.
Besame mucho.
Even you gotta do a song that people know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna
It
lose.
wasn't the Macarena?
No, it was not the Macarena. And then the other girl came out and did Elton John. Tiny Dancer or something, whatever.
great
And it was
song.
like, but it was like, great song.
Great song.
Yeah, you're not going to win with Besame mucho.
Right.
Yeah.
You could be the best singer in the world, but I don't know what you're saying, and I don't know that
don't
song.
know.
So I don't know whether it's supposed to go high there or low. Who knows?
Then you got to stand there next to fat, depressed Carson Daly.
Oh, God. He is
Carson
so
Daly
sad.
is the guy that if the Playboy Mansion was still open, he'd live there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
just-
so amazing, or not amazing, but he was so popular
Oh,
for
yeah.
so long during TRL. It
Yeah.
was unbelievable.
He was the guy.
He
Yeah.
had nothing. He had no skills. He just
No.
happened to be in the cool show.
and had cool
kind of
hair.
like some people.
Yeah.
Does
well,
he have some sort of medical problem that is making him swell up? Seriously,
He
like,
always-
does he?
He always looks bloated.
Yeah, no, I think he may have some sort of something. I don't know what it is.
Some hepatitis,
Yeah. He's on some steroids.
Yeah, it could be like something like that.
like a prednisone type face.
Right, yeah. Because I get it, age also, but yeah.
He's got
blew up.
maybe that Dane Cook stuff.
Oh, a little
That's kind of what
HGH.
it looks like.
Human growth.
Yeah.
Put it right into his forehead.
Let me see what his health problems are.
I used to love Carson Daly.
I never liked Carson. I never
Yeah.
liked him. I never felt either way about him.
At my age, he was just like the guy.
I
Yeah.
saw him out when the Super Bowl was here one time. It was him and what's her face that he used to date, Tara Reid,
He was engaged to her.
and then and Justin and Brittany. They
Yeah.
were sitting in a booth next to me, and I thought that was pretty cool back then.
He has generalized anxiety disorder.
Who
which,
doesn't?
Which
Yeah.
I don't think makes you fat.
No, but you could take a pill that makes you retain water.
Yeah. Why did Why did Carson Daly? Oh, sorry. I'd love to tell you why he got so fat, but CMG has denied access to this.
Oh, it's a secret, Galvin.
That's unbelievable.
Nobody should know
though.
I don't know why you're using their network. Get
It's
on my
their
network.
It's the
their
computer.
computer. Yeah. I don't think you know how networks work.
I don't.
Yeah, so I don't know. He had major back surgery
It's the steroids.
and suffered major medical setbacks. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so this is a different one.
It says here he attributed his weight gain to anti-anxiety medication.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
Yeah, it's called Twinkies. Mm-hmm. They make you feel better.
Calm you down a little bit.
That's not medication.
When you put in Carson Daly, one of the very first thing, why is Carson Daly so bloated?
Oh, that's funny. That's not. I mean, can you imagine if that was you?
That's
You
Yeah.
put it in there.
It's
You
rough.
search Spanish and it comes
It's
up.
literally why is Carson Daly so bloated? Does Carson Daly have a disease? And then why did Kelly Clarkson really lose her weight? I don't know why that's in there.
My first one is why is Carson Daly famous?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
By
he
the
was
way,
a radio guy, wasn't he?
yeah. K-Rock.
Yeah. His wife is Siri Pinter. She's pretty good.
The chick that answers all your questions.
Yeah, that's her.
Literally, he got plucked from K-Rock to go to MTV.
And
Yeah.
so did Ryan Seacrest was on Star.
Yeah,
You know, that format that's not even around anymore.
Yeah, but then K-Rock, they like pulled everybody. Once they got Carson Daly, they pulled everybody from there.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, let's put this person on MTV.
Kimmel was there too.
Yeah.
Kimmel was. Do you know how Kimmel got on the show?
Which show?
On Kimmel.
Carson Daly?
No, the other guy, Jimmy Kimmel's friend, Adam Carolla.
Oh,
Do you know how he got involved with that and how they did Love Line together and all that stuff?
no.
Jimmy Kimmel was the morning show producer for Kevin and Bean, and they did a thing where he was boxing, and Adam Carolla volunteered to be his boxing trainer because he worked at a boxing gym and he was a boxer, and the two of them hit it off and ended up becoming the next big
Really?
thing. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Loveline was huge, man. It was. I bet it was on 300-400 stations at one
Love
time.
Line made me funnier the next day. I would just listening to Adam Carolla destroy half the people that called into that show, whether or not they drank Mountain Dew and he made fun of them, or the you could hear the smoke detectors in the background of
Yeah.
all the people. Like, he just was so funny. He really was. And they came to the station one time to do their show from here because they were doing a live thing at USF, but they still had to do Love Line live. And I was like starstruck to meet them at the time. And I still see Dr. Drew every once in a while. He's one of those guys where he recognizes me when we go out. He's like, "Hey,"
That's
and
cool.
Like, yeah. Like, he's genuine. You know what I mean? All right, Galvin. Thank you for news.
Got it.
We must take a break. My wife pointed out to me there are black soap operas on the O network,
Nice.
on Oprah's channel.
Yeah.
We watch a couple of those. Not really, but the
oh.
commercials.
Yeah,
for
didn't
'em.
Tyler Perry had something? So this is the regular network.
Mainstream.
Yeah, not cable.
Who's watching soap operas anymore?
My grandmother.
Old ladies.
Enough where there's soap operas still
No.
on.
But like, that's what I think. Your grandmother, but even that's
Yeah.
aging out. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
Like,
mean-
what's the next generation? Who's watching it after that?
I don't
Once
know.
you get old and you're at home, you have nothing to watch, so you
I
get
don't
into
know.
them.
Yeah.
It
My
just-
stories. Gotta watch my
I don't watch
stories.
the stories. Man, did we loved Days of Our Lives
Yeah.
when we were kids. I mean, to be like 8 years old and know all the characters from Days of Our Lives. Like, I told my wife the other day, do you remember Alex? Can't remember his last name. He was like the good bad guy.
Kiriakis?
No, Alex. His name was Alex. He was before Kyriakis. He was before Stefano. He was not a murderer or anything like that, but he was the kind of guy that kind of ran things. Well, I remember he wrote a check for $1 million to the hospital. Oh. And I went, $1 million?
Whole million.
$1 million. No, that was such a big deal. It was on, I don't remember his last name. It'll hit me. Alex, and this has to be the early 80s that I'm talking about. And then Stefano, then Victor Kyriakis, who I found out just this morning was best friends with Telly Savalas. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
All the
cool.
Greeks
No, both
hung out
Greek,
together,
yeah, sure. Oh, well, I mean,
'Cause they were
that's
all-
always Greeks.
Telly
are,
Savalas is Jennifer Aniston's godfather.
Yeah, because
I did not know about that.
Victor Kiriakis is her father.
Yeah, that was right.
yeah.
Very right. All right, let's take a break. What?
I was going to say those pedophile rings, they run deep.
Whoa.
They run deep.
What?
We were talking about
We were
Greek people.
innocent.
Yeah.
The Greek guy's not going to come in here and bring all that awesome food now because of you.
What a jerk.
He will.
bitch.
Definitely will.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you go to the bare knuckle fights?
Yes.
Did you wear those beads?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
And nobody tried to do anything to you?
No, why would they?
Because you look like an idiot.
No. I actually became very. I was talking to the girl and the guy that were sitting next to me, Jade and Anthony. So yeah, we hung. Yeah.
Were they like, hey?
They tried my shrimp. Yeah.
What's up with your stupid beans?
No. She had a very thick French accent, and I couldn't
What's
really
up with your
understand.
stupid beans?
She was French Canadian, and I asked her when her next fight was because she's one of the bare knuckle fighters, but she wasn't fighting that night. And I said, "Hey, when are you fighting next?" And she says, and I went, "Cool, yeah,
Wednesday.
yes."
Yeah.
All I heard
Okay.
was she said March 2, and I was like, I think that's March 2nd, but I don't know.
Very good
right?
interpretation.
Like, all right, yeah. She smelled delightful.
Spanish.
Yeah.
I believe you're lying.
Why?
You're not wearing the beads. Are you wearing the beads underneath the shirt?
Yeah.
Why don't you
So
do
he
that
didn't,
here?
He didn't have them outside. He
Yeah.
didn't have them
Why don't
outside.
you put
change
him
it up.
inside the
You
shirt
know why?
here?
Change it
You
up.
know why? He was sitting at my table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want to embarrass Galvin.
Stolen valor.
Yeah.
Why do you gotta embarrass me and make me look at him every day?
I like that you look at him. I like the way you look at him.
I want to battle you in breakdancing.
Do you always wear the ring too? Is that
Yeah,
new?
the ring. No,
me
the
see the
ring's
ring.
been there forever. The ring. Mike brought it up in when we were at Stingray.
Me?
Now,
Yeah.
is the girl mad that you're wearing it? The girl that you stole that from, or no?
No, she gave it to me. It was a gift, and I will not give it back.
I just tuck those beans
Wait,
in.
so
I don't want to tuck them in
Why?
because I like them out.
Why'd you tuck them in the other night? You're embarrassed.
Because it was easier to wear that shirt with them tucked in.
It's the same shirt,
Same.
just that one is
Yeah.
black.
You were just embarrassed.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know.
All right.
I don't need your reassurance.
Yep. Well, then yes.
You have a picture of him and he's not wearing the beads.
Yeah,
Says he was wearing them underneath.
not wearing them.
Not
Are you
wearing
going to
them.
wear them for Ramadan?
I don't know what that is.
Yes, you do.
I do not
just-
know what Ramadan
I
is.
just sent the picture to the gang. You can check
Fal-
it out.
False beads. False,
You know, you
false.
don't. I wouldn't wear them
Stolen
every
valor.
day. That doesn't mean anything.
Hidden beads.
Stolen valor.
Hidden beads.
They were
stupid face.
They were in me. But
That's your documentary.
Hidden beats,
Ew.
stupid face.
Oh, yeah.
They were in you.
Yeah.
I think I can see the beads.
spiritually.
You can.
Yeah, like right there, little bead action.
Yeah.
Let me look at that.
Yeah, I think so. Right there.
Beading.
Is that the beads?
Maybe
Who's the guy in the middle?
That's Kevin from Bare Knuckle.
Don't say like I should like he's Carson Daly famous.
Oh, you don't know Kev? You don't know Sweet Kevin?
He's not wearing the beads. I see chain. I see a chain under here.
Oh wow,
Is that a chain or is that beads?
you lied.
Stolen bead valor.
Stolen bead valor.
Like chain.
I mean,
And your dumb nose ring and your feather tattoo. What happened to you?
What'd you say? The mustache looks like an ashtray.
yeah.
Did I say that? I don't remember. We got to take a break. We got some stuff to give away. We'll do that when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Good guy, Jeff Borum. And I hope I never need him because I don't want to move anymore. I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay here and rot away here.
And live happily.
Live.
Here
Just
in-
live. I'll be happy just
Yeah.
living.
In Clearwater. I'm excited for you to watch more storms roll in. It's been awesome from the pier.
Yeah. You still doing that? with the hammock and all that?
Yeah. I was just there
Really?
last night. Yeah.
By yourself?
Yeah, for a little bit. I was with somebody also for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I was with a girl. I was on a date.
Who is this? Who is
Her
this?
name's Carmen. She's nice.
Oh, Carmen.
Why don't you
Wow.
tell us about this?
Yeah, Chad is not involved. No, not that Carmen. No.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
she's
that's all
nice.
three of you cannot fit in the hammock.
We will not. It's
Oh,
only a
we
two-person.
definitely can.
Where do you meet a Carmen?
I met her on Hinge, the dating app Hinge.
Really? You're
Yeah.
already on the dating apps?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Dizzy was on the cruise, encouraged me very much to get back out there. So I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Was there anything happening on the cruise to anybody?
No, not with me.
With who?
Not with me. With Dizzy. Dizzy ended up hooking up with somebody.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody
remember
we
what
know?
he said? No.
Yeah, he talked about it. Yeah.
No, I don't remember anything.
Whenever
Yeah.
he was at the studio, we talked about it when Carmen was out because you asked whether it was a listener or whether it was somebody else, and he said no, somebody else.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't believe him. I don't believe a lot of things.
I believe he said, "I got a notch on my belt."
Yeah.
He did.
I
He did.
remember
He
that.
did.
She
that.
lives in the greater Niagara Falls area.
Yeah.
All right.
She got drunk and worried she made love to a baby.
Oh,
She was a baby.
He's a baby.
So you get on what do you swipe right on her? How does this work?
Oh, so Hinge is way better than Tinder in the
I
sense
wouldn't know
that,
either one, yeah.
So it's kind of like it gives you like a Facebook profile almost,
Okay.
where it has pictures, but then like it forces you to write stuff about yourself.
Oof. What
Yeah.
do you write? Something about beads and spirituality?
Nah, yeah, it's
I
spirituality
am
stuff.
reborn into a new life of
No,
peace
no,
and
no,
happiness.
not that.
Find me in the hammock.
Yeah, I did say 5 minute hammock because a lot of people like sunset. So I was like, oh yeah, all right, I like sunsets
See?
too.
Sunsets.
Yeah.
They're free, too.
Yeah, they're free. They're very free. Yeah. So you can comment if you comment on their pictures, they won't really respond. But when you comment on whatever their prompts are, like a real popular one that I think is hilarious is if you could be any animal, what would you be and why? And that just makes me giggle to think that people put that in their profile.
Somebody put that in there, or that's one of their questions.
Yeah, like tons of girls will have like icebreakers, and that's one of the icebreakers.
What is the animal you look for?
I would write down if they were like, if you could be an animal, what animal would you be? And I'd be like, I'll be a grizzly bear so I can hold you down.
That is not, dude.
Okay.
Right?
I don't think that'll get a lot of matches, but
You don't know. Do you get the right ones though?
That's true. That's
the right
true.
ones.
Yeah. So it's interesting because it's like I said, it's better than just swiping right or left because you don't really know the person at all. And there are a lot of bots on Tinder.
There are.
Oh yeah, and a lot of OnlyFans girls that just want you to subscribe to their OnlyFans.
Oh.
That's weird.
Which is interesting. Yeah, I met another girl. She's a program director, but she wouldn't say where at, and I was like, that's interesting.
A radio program director?
I believe so. Yeah. So I was like, well, that's interesting, but she hasn't replied yet. So I was like, all right. So
wait a minute, you reached out to her. Let me see
So-
her picture.
so you can-
Is she
she's
like
not-
local?
no, I think she's in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but we unmatched because she didn't respond, and I was like, all right, well, if you're interested, respond.
She's a real woman.
And can we see the one that you were on the pier with the sunsets or not?
I don't have any pictures of her.
I don't believe
of
that.
us together.
I didn't
Do you
know
have
if
a,
you-
Like, what about her
picture of her?
profile?
And she has a social media presence or
No, she does not.
Oh, that's probably.
What about her Hinge profile?
Yeah, she
Wait a
has a
minute.
picture on there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to share it.
Why?
I'll show you, but just 'cause I want it to be. Yeah, I could show you.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying
All right.
share it. I'm saying show us.
Yeah, I'll show you
send
guys.
the picture.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to send
Whip
it to
it
the
out,
group,
man.
but I'll
Let's see
definitely
it.
show you on the phone. Yeah.
Did she know like what you do or
Yeah.
who you are?
Yep.
Did she ever heard of the show?
No.
Did she ask about the beads?
No, she's spiritual as well, so it didn't have to.
Jesus Christ, I hate her already.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, she's very sweet, very, very nice.
Let me see the picture.
You want to see it right now?
Yeah, how many times are you gonna say it?
I mean,
How old is she?
she's my age, but she's
12.
actually younger than me.
Oh, hot. She's 19.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, sorry.
You say that like you wouldn't date a 19-year-old.
I
You
would
just
not
sound
date a
so
9-year-old.
creepy when he says this like that.
Ripe.
Yeah.
I've never said
Oh,
right.
You have.
Listen,
19.
things are being weird for me because like we talked about that OnlyFans girl earlier that was doing like 100 guys.
Yeah.
Right away, the first thing that went in my mind was that's somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I just- I
That's
can't
somebody's
do it.
daughter who's gonna get a nice Christmas present
I
this
don't-
year.
no.
You
There's
say,
all the guys she banged.
you say ripe like Palpatine says rise. Ripe.
I would if that was my daughter, I'd kill myself.
Oh Jesus!
How long is it gonna take to see this picture?
I'm sending it to the group.
You said you wouldn't, so I wasn't
Well, I
expecting.
mean, you guys are all yelling.
Should we play hot or not?
Yeah.
Nah, don't be disrespectful.
it's not.
Oh yeah, it's not very spiritual,
Christ.
Gio. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
a jerk.
Can we do it with I'm not going to say you're actually married.
I see you Spanish.
Mike said,
Yeah.
mm.
Just cute.
Yeah.
And her name's Carmen.
Yes.
How does she
Dude.
spell?
Well,
How does she
so
spell
funny.
her name?
So with an E, and I was telling her about you, Carmen, and she thought it was very awesome that you spelled it with an I.
Why? What's awesome about that?
Because it's different.
Yeah.
It's unique.
Nah, it's not awesome.
It's not awesome.
Man, you guys are like real down.
They're haters,
it's
man.
not nice.
They're
I'm
just
trying to
haters.
Do you guys ever find joy?
And anything?
And Carmen
Jesus
using an
Christ.
I in her name, what joy would that bring me?
What does it matter
It's
what it
awesome.
brings you? It brings me joy.
I work with a girl named Carmen. She spells it Carmin. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's so awesome.
You're not spiritual, so you don't get it.
I mean, it's not even that. It's like we just met and hung out. We're just casual conversation.
Have you made sweet love to each other?
No.
Taking it slow?
Yes. Very slow.
How many times have you hung out?
Twice.
Second base?
Jesus.
That means third base.
That was such a genuine, ask. No basis. No
have you
basis,
walked
no
out of the
basis,
bathroom
no
naked yet? That's my move. Second date.
No.
I just heard genuine ass. Is that what you said?
basis. Well, dude, no, she does have a
What
nice
does she do for a living?
body. She works for the government.
Oh man,
Maybe.
That's not good.
Maybe
No,
she's
it's great.
after you.
Maybe.
Does she have the same dumb tattoo that you have behind your ear?
No.
What is that
No,
thing
no,
on
no,
her
no.
wrist?
I have no idea. What do you see?
looks like a stupid upside down feather.
No. She doesn't have any feathers.
Have you broken the news to her yet about Joe?
What news is there?
About your living
What does
situation.
that mean?
Kind of like my
she
son's
knows.
gonna have to tell about Ralphie
Like-
the turtle. He comes with me.
Like I take care of an old man.
Yeah.
You have to explain Joe.
No,
like
you
you
don't.
can't just
Yeah.
You don't have to explain me.
like listen.
Just enjoy me.
Before
You can't explain you.
like on the third date, I would think that's the time you just sit down and say, "Listen, before we go further, I have to tell you something."
Before I bring you home.
Then you explain Joe.
Do you like Dungeons and Dragons?
What are your feelings on wizards?
Wizards,
Yeah.
men
I feel
without
like
cars.
she's older than you.
No, she's younger than me.
Not in a bad way, but she looks like more mature. She looks older.
She's very mature.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she works for the government.
Yeah.
She got a nose ring, a
Yep.
couple of tattoos.
Yeah.
I count at least 3 tattoos.
Yeah, she's got more.
Oh,
Yeah. She
you
tatted up.
definitely got the second base.
Do you
No.
think she'll listen to the show?
No.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Not in our
You're wrong.
demographic.
Yeah.
I don't blame. I don't need her falling in love with my voice.
Yeah. It's very hard not to do, Michael.
Right,
It's
and then I
beautiful.
gotta have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
about-
You think that she knows you work on this show and she's not going to tune in?
Yes.
No, you're out of your mind.
You think she's not listening
I
right
mean,
now?
you want
Yes.
insight, you want to answer questions
Yeah.
and do all that stuff. Listen to a show. You get to know the person's personality and everything. Yeah.
All right.
But not everyone has the time to listen to us from
Yeah.
6 to 10.
Not everybody likes talk radio.
Whoa, easy, buddy.
Here's a
easy.
couple things. One, I know that not everybody has the time to listen to us from 6 to 10. Also, I know that not everybody likes talk radio. But what I'm saying is the majority of people, if they were going on a couple dates with somebody who was on a radio show, they would definitely tune in and go,
Sure,
let me see what this person's all about. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Just curiosity. You know, it kills cats.
It does.
Yeah.
It does kill cats.
That's not very spiritual.
Dude, you can't lead me down that path and then
I feel like
have
you-
me killing cats.
I feel like you told her about the show and she just went, ugh.
No.
No?
She didn't go. No, she's not that type of person.
I feel like she's gonna start asking you questions about the people on the show.
No.
Who's the guy? Who's the one that does the news?
No, she does not.
Is he
Maybe
tall?
she will.
He sounds tall.
Yeah,
yeah.
the other guy. That's your boss. He's your Which one do you live with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old wizard.
I'm telling you, man, don't go past the third date without explaining Joe.
All right, I
Yeah.
will 100%. I'll let her know.
Yeah,
I'll let
It's a
her
little
know.
creepy.
You got it.
He's creepy.
Listen, you
I
gotta let
mean-
somebody know. You can't just spring that on her.
Just true. Like
We're not getting married, man.
But
after
still,
the
like,
third date, she's like, every time I come over, that guy is always at your house. Does he hang out there a lot?
She's not been to the house. She will not be to the house for a while.
She will not be.
Yeah, not for a while.
Why?
Slow ride.
Yeah,
slow and
man.
easy.
How slow?
All right.
Slow. Hell yeah, Carmen. Just slow. I mean, it hasn't come up, so I'm not. It's not something I'm pushing. We have a very nice time with each other.
Listen,
Can you tell me what your last time together was like?
Sunday, we spent 8 hours together.
How does it start?
We met and
Where?
At a place called Tequila Daisy, I believe is the name of the bar.
Where is that?
Right across the street from the Sundial Parking Garage.
Okay.
And we hung out there for a while. Then we walked.
Do you indeed have tequila?
Yeah, we did. They have some very nice cocktails there. Some
Okay.
tequila cocktails. Yeah.
Beads
So
or
you
no
went to-
beads?
Beads, yeah.
Beads, all right.
Beads. I've let her have
Coming
it.
in
You know what
hot.
I mean? Yeah, coming down. I don't like when you say it like that.
You went to tequila and beads.
Yeah, tequila and beads. We had some drinks there. We went down to the pier, walked the pier, had some drinks on the pier, went and had dinner. And
Where-
then
you
I went
already ate again?
home. I didn't eat. What do you mean?
You're at the tequileria.
No
and then
food.
You go, okay.
No, yeah, no food. Just drinks, hang
And you
out.
walk
talk.
down the pier.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Everything really.
Like what? Like politics?
No politics. No politics.
Oh,
Not politics.
spiritual
but
stuff.
just like just life stuff. You know, like what she's got going on, what I got going on.
What does she have going on?
She's got.
We
her,
don't know who she is.
Yeah, she's just her job and her
Yeah,
family
okay,
stuff, and
all right.
yeah. Like
Got
she
family drama?
Yeah, no
red
family
flag,
drama.
red flag.
No family drama. She was, I think, going to a baby shower, and she met me after.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we talked
Talking
about
the
babies.
baby shower?
Yeah, she's telling me about
I
the baby
want
shower.
babies one day.
Yeah, I do want babies one day.
Here it comes.
Yeah. I mean, well, so that's part of the Hinge is like it. You have to answer all that stuff. So going in who wants kids, who doesn't want kids. If they're looking for something long term, if they want something short term.
I want to get on just to see what it would be
It's
like.
pretty interesting because there are a lot of people that in their profile they'll be like, I'm bisexual. I'm more interested in women than men, but I'm trying out men. Or
I'd like to be an experiment.
Yeah. So
That's what you put on your profile?
100%. 100%.
Oh, you got to cast a wide net.
I'm mostly
We'll still like you.
Yeah, I would tell you. I wouldn't be afraid to tell you.
I think those beads are one step towards it.
No.
Yeah, and the rings and the bracelets.
No.
And,
Tattoo.
I don't know why you guys would equate that to being gay, but no,
Not
it's
gay.
not.
No,
That's
yeah.
experimental.
Curious,
I mean, no, I'm not.
I don't think you're gay, but I think you'd be willing to do some stuff.
Nah, not my thing.
First you put beads around your neck, then you put stuff on your neck.
That is
Wait,
disgusting.
that's a jump.
That is disgusting.
Well, all right. Well, and then you go to the pier, and then
Right.
what happens?
We went to the pier. We walked around the pier. We watched the sunset. Obviously,
I can just picture you two walking down the pier, just having.
Did you hold
awkward
hands?
conversation.
we did.
Oh, first time, first
yeah,
date.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I'm very charming. So yeah, the beads and all, man.
So when she asks you, so what do you do for a living? Do you like say I work with 4 a-holes?
Why would I say
And
that?
Mike,
Yeah. Why would I say that at all?
I just wonder
no.
how that. I wonder how that conversation goes.
if she said, "I work with 4 L's." One spells it with an I-N.
No, man, I speak very highly of you guys. Yeah, why would I?
Did she ask, are they all little like you?
No. That's not a thing to anybody but you guys.
Why wouldn't you say that?
most
Because
people.
whenever anybody
No.
asks that to me, what's going on in Spanish? I roll my eyes. I go, I don't know.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
beads.
Yeah,
That's
I got
exactly what I do.
beads.
I go, I don't know. He's got beads.
Yeah.
I actually go, who cares?
I get it.
What if she is listening now?
I doubt it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like you told her we worked at a different radio station.
No. It's very honest.
He said all bad things.
Got to
about
be
us.
honest. Again, why would I say bad things about the people that I work with very closely on a daily basis?
Yeah, I get that vibe.
Of course
I
you
get
do.
it.
Yeah, Carmen. Yeah.
So what's the next step?
What do you like? Just keep casually.
Now, when
dating?
you go to a hammock, do you lay in one hammock or two?
Oh, one hammock.
You
It's a
guys put
two-person
the
hammock.
hammock up.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
You put the hammock up, and then the two of you get in it and watch the sunset?
Yeah. But
She
we didn't
give you HJ?
We didn't. No. But we didn't set up the hammock. We didn't set up the hammock. We just watched the sunset from the pier.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
No HJs.
No HJs. Not none. Over.
So when you're in the hammock, do you make out
we haven't made out yet.
at all?
No. Yeah.
Just hand holding?
Just hand holding. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Taking it slow. Taking
Is
it nice.
Dizzy on Hinge too? Is that how you got?
I don't think so. I think he got banned from
This is
Hinge.
on unhinged.
Yeah. Or
What
he
did
got.
he do?
I guess.
I heard that he matched with her too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When are they going out?
They are not going out.
Did they go out?
I don't know. I didn't ask him, but he told me that yesterday.
I don't know how I heard that. I just heard that.
Yeah, I wonder how.
I just heard that.
Yeah, definitely.
Gio, you're such a drag.
What did I do?
So Dizzy matched with her too, but he passed on her?
Matchy.
Yeah.
He passed on her because he didn't like her?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Oh, I feel like you do know. I
I
feel like
do
you guys
not.
talked about it.
No.
By the way, Dizzy's the biggest Esther on the face of the planet.
Was she texting you? I passed on
No,
her?
of course not.
Yeah, of course he is.
Wow. What does this hurt your relationship
No.
to know that she matched with Dizzy?
How does that hurt? Dizzy's a great guy. I'm sorry, you don't think so. But
Just saying, I wouldn't necessarily be we wouldn't match on the same.
maybe.
Similar on paper, too. You and Dizzy.
Yeah.
Both working
Amanda,
radio.
Do you know what Hinge
Both
is?
little.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
Of course she does.
Wow, yeah.
Get on Spanish's microphone, real quick. Hinge is a dating website.
She knows.
You know about this?
I've heard of it before.
From who? Your friends?
No, just like from being alive and seeing things on the internet.
Why didn't I hear about it?
Did you match with Spanish too?
You're trying to say you haven't heard of Hinge before today?
No, not as a dating thing. I don't think I
You're
have.
out of your mind.
Maybe I have and I don't remember, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
There's no way that I've heard of it and you haven't heard of it.
Right. Maybe I have. Aren't you ever curious to get on and just see what's out there?
Oh, man. Is this the start of an open relationship?
No. Listen to me. I don't have one strand of that in me whatsoever. If I see that everybody
You
does.
have one strand. You don't have the other strand.
Yeah. I got this strand. That strand, everybody dies.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. You've been with me since you were young and a kid. When you be like, oh, I wonder what else would have been
Why are
out
you
there.
giving her ideas?
I'm just thinking it.
But it's not like,
I'm not saying you feel like you should go get something else. I hope not.
no, but you're acting like I was like Amish and you took me and I never saw the world or
You only
knew anything.
saw 3 peepees before mine.
That's more than enough.
I agree. And that's why I married you. You have a 4 PP limit.
Stop.
Yeah. Well, you stop.
How many have you seen after?
No.
75.
No. Come on.
In a row?
On Monday.
All right, get out of here. I'm sick of thinking about you swinging with other people.
Okay.
You ruined it for me.
So no Hinge profile, I guess. For you.
I don't really want to make one. I just want to look. I don't want to see. Like, I want to see what's out there. And I remember
but you also want to see who would match with you.
I kind of know. I kind of know. You know what I mean? What?
You may get one where you're like, really? This is what's waiting out there for me?
No, I should never see that. I should never see that. I don't want to know at all. I don't want to be depressed. And in the first fight we have, I'm be like, you know who I match with?
Becky doesn't think I'm a jerk.
Becky with an eye?
Oh, man.
Right.
I'd imagine it would be fun. You
It's
don't
fun.
try to go back to the other girl?
Which other one?
You want me to say her name?
No, she doesn't. Why? She doesn't want to be. So
Show
let her
rolls
go.
on.
Yeah, let her go.
Huh?
She's
It's a manly thing to say.
happier without me. Yeah, I mean that's life.
I don't like you, but I wouldn't be I wouldn't be happier without you.
I appreciate you saying that.
Oh,
yeah, and I don't know. She's doing her own thing. So
Time heals all wounds. Spanish.
yeah, yes it does. Yes it does.
Time heals all
Yeah. She's also very sweet. I have nothing bad to say about either of them. She's very nice.
Who do you like better?
Of
This one now, Carmen, or the last one?
the last one still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Tugged
Yeah,
you right in the heartstrings.
I'm upset that, or not. I was upset that I screwed all that up, but can't change the past.
No, but you've been wearing the beads for like 2 months now. You're changed. You're a changed man.
Yeah, but she doesn't have any interest, so I'm not gonna chase.
What if she was like, I totally would have given you another chance, and then you put those stupid beads on. And I was like, I have made the right move.
You would seriously. What if she
that,
called you
man.
tomorrow and was like, "Hey, I heard on the radio today. I totally would get back with you, but I can't do the bead thing."
Yeah, I doubt that, but I would be like, that's fine. We're good.
You would You would leave her out for the beads.
Yeah, I mean just not wearing them because it's just not like I meditate with them. So, I mean,
Jeez.
yeah.
I mean, come on.
I get it.
How long do you
Spanish.
think this is going to last?
The beads?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think the beads are here to stay.
I hope they're not. Yeah,
They're here to stay.
I feel like I'm going to grab the tail and just choke him to death one day.
Maybe.
No, never. I would never do that. I would ask somebody else to do it.
I figured.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
He's beat
Joe
guy.
can't do it.
No,
Joe can do it.
I would attempt it though.
Yeah. Joe has,
Probably not be effective.
Joe has the strength of 12 homeless men.
You got to tell the new girl about Joe. You got to.
Would you
when
give it a
comes up.
rest?
Don't just spring that on somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like if you lived with your parents, you'd want to tell her up front.
Right.
Like, listen.
Well, she knows I live with a roommate.
She doesn't know about the roommate.
Yeah, it's not
I
just
mean-
any roommate.
Yeah, she knows about that.
What if he starts calling her like girlfriend number 4?
He starts calling
Like
her
what if he goes,
girlfriend.
"Oh, girlfriend number 4 is here, Anthony." Like he does old man stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
I got to drive him around. You know, it's gonna be.
Can you come
Well,
over, Anthony? I can't. I got to drive my roommate somewhere
Yeah.
to his doctor's
Yeah.
appointment.
Luckily for me, she displays a lot of compassion and empathy for others, so I doubt it'll be an issue.
Ugh,
What a
I wouldn't match
drag.
with her at all.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor's appointment yesterday, and being in that waiting room it made me feel good and bad at the same time. It's like all old people, and they were yelling, and then nobody talks. Are you cold?
Yeah.
It's cold in here. I'm sitting 2 feet away from them with no sleeves on, and I'm like, I'm fine. I don't know why they keep it so cold in here. It's cold in here.
Where
Oh,
do you buy
Jesus
these
Christ.
chairs? They're so small.
And then they talk to each other about things. Did you pay the electric? Did you pay? Yes, I paid the electric. Well, I didn't know, so I paid it too. I had to hear about their double payment of their electric bill. And they're old people, so you can't get mad at them. But after a while, I did just do this. I just looked at them like, come on.
Enough.
I have enough's enough already. Let it go.
My wife loves whenever I give her looks. She goes, "You're so dramatic." And I go, "Why am I so dramatic?" A guy is walking and just stops and starts looking around and stuff. And I go, "Yeah, perfect spot.
Yeah,
Why not?
right
Why not?
Just leave it anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere you like.
And then just walk around. And I go, "No." She goes, "Yeah, but you're so." I go, "But like, how long have you been on Earth?"
He's
You
right.
just stop.
I totally got that from him. If I walk through the mall and somebody just stops in the middle to talk to somebody else, I go, "No, you guys stand right here. It's good. It's good. Perfect spot. Perfect spot." Gio, pick a line. We don't have time to play a game. I got too long-winded.
Line 6.
Line six. Good morning. Who's this?
Steve.
Hi, Steve. You're the default winner. We got long-winded on Spanish's love affair, and we did not get to play a game, but we're still going to give you a prize, okay?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Steve.
Hell yeah. What are you doing today, Steve?
I'm just chilling at home.
Yep. Get on Hinge. Might help you out there. Hold on. Okay. There you go. The rest of you people lost, so you can hang up. Thank you. I must clear the phone lines because Ask the Dom is going to make his way in the studio here after the top of the hour. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. If you want to get on the phone lines, Ask the Dom will join us next. You got a question for him? You'll be able to ask him. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to say this. I was looking online yesterday, and some woman said that she was going to go on the cruise last year, but she didn't go because this is dumb on her part. She heard you had to be vaccinated to go on. And I went 100% untrue, but why would you let that, why wouldn't you just make a phone call and ask? You heard it, so you didn't go on the cruise? You do not need to be vaccinated to go on the cruise, and Calta Cruise 18 has already been announced. It's already got over 130 people going, and it's going to be insane. We haven't even announced the guest yet, and it's already got 130 people going. So if you want to go to theboneonline.com. You can get the info there, or caltacruise@gmail.com. Ask the Dom in the studio next. It's 102.5 The Bone. Dom, you missed a cruise already?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I've been talking about it all week. It's just it's one of my most fun times of the year.
It really was. It was a good time, right?
And I tell listeners all the time, I should do it. I've done we used to do it in the fall, which was great, and then we switched to the spring, which is equally well. And I just relaxed. We had great weather. You get a chance to interact with everyone you listen to all the time on the air. And it's cool, and everybody's so welcoming, and it's a great experience. And everybody go, "Oh, well, Dom, you're just saying that." No, I'm saying.
What happened?
Oh, did I lose?
There you go.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, my headphones freaked me out for a second.
Yeah.
No, everybody seems to have a good time. They enjoy hanging out with you. They enjoy gambling with you and all that stuff. So I'm glad you made it. We already got the next one on the books, and you can put your deposit down now if you'd like to go. So in the meantime, if you want to get through and you have a question for Dom, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. We got some calls on the line right now. Let's go to Mike. Mike, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show with Ask the Dom. What do you got?
Good morning. This is Mike. I love your show, first of all.
Thank you, sir.
Dom, I wanted to ask you a question about my wife, who I've been married to for 4 years. She has a couple children from previous relationships. Her son, from the time he was born until he was 15, never got any child support from his father. So his mother eventually went to court. I don't know what took so long, but that doesn't matter. And got in arrears child support, which was owed to her for raising him alone. The father had went off and moved to Africa to escape, pain and everything. But now he's trying to get out of it again to pay up his in arrears. He's got a lawyer and filed a motion for adjustment or relief of what he owes, so he could go back to Africa and retire.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
So the entire time that this guy's paying or not paying, what's his relationship like with the kids?
He's a deadbeat dad. He doesn't do anything for his son.
Doesn't go see his kid, doesn't do nothing. I can't imagine as a father not wanting to be, even if I hated the mother, not wanting to see the kid.
Oh, I know, and he loves me, and I've only known him for as long as I've known his mother, and I feel bad. I was divorced, and I always took care of my children, and still have a good relationship with mine, but it's just she's scared that something's going to happen, and he's not going to have to owe that money. And I said, well, you call this child support division in Colorado and talk to them, and they say this is what he still owes. I mean, I don't know how he can get out of it. They're garnishing his Social Security. It's not my money. I'm not worried about the money part of it. It's just money that she had to pay to raise this child, and he's trying to get out of it again. Just so he's not allowed to leave the country now, so he wants to leave. And so this is why he's doing this.
The man would rather live in Africa than take care of his kids.
Well,
that's where he's from.
What state is this issue in?
In Colorado.
All right, so right there off the bat, you're calling a Florida-based attorney on a family law question in another state. So does she?
Yeah, I know. I just figured I'd call.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you can call. I can't help because I'm not licensed in that jurisdiction. Now, does your wife have an attorney in Colorado to fight the motion that her ex-husband filed?
No, she didn't think she needed it.
That's the mistake. This phone call now is worth its weight in gold this morning. That's a mistake. She needs to contact a lawyer, and that lawyer needs to file a motion contesting their motion for relief, so that way she doesn't get screwed. And then you need to roll your window up or whatever the hell the wind noise is, because I can't hear. It's very difficult to hear you, to tell you to get a lawyer in Colorado.
Yeah, but have her do that so she doesn't get screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you on Bluetooth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. It's like you're on a sailboat in the high seas. You're chasing down Mike on the cruise, right? You're on a sailboat behind the ship, is what it sounds like. But
I wish. I'm about as big as Mike, so I'm 6'3" and 310 pounds. So I don't think we could both of us be falling down about 10 feet.
Yeah, Mike can take you. Mike.
I don't know why I got dragged into this whole thing. All right, thank you for the call, sir. I appreciate it. Jesus Christ. Mike Calta Show, you're on Ask the Dom. Go ahead. That is you. You're on with Ask the Dom. Yeah.
Is that me?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes.
Okay. Well, I got a question. My ex-wife, when she got divorced, her son was going to college.
So far in
the divorce paperwork, it was in Florida. The divorce paperwork, he agreed to pay all expenses for the school, for his college. Well, he messed around, failed, wound up coming down here to live with us. He was going to college in Louisiana. He come down here and moved in with us for almost a year. She got him to agree to go back to school. He was going to go to school over here in Tampa. They would not accept him in school because there was still an $8,000 bill in Louisiana. So we had to cover the bill. We covered the bill. I paid it so that he could go back to school. After he paid the bill, 2 days later, he got mad and went back up to live with his father because she told him he was going back to school or getting a job. And it is in the divorce paperwork that he's supposed to cover all expenses. What does she got to do to get reimbursed for that $8,000?
Well, she didn't pay the $8,000.
Yes, we paid the $8,000 so that he could go back to school.
Oh, okay, because you said you paid the $8,000. So
he refused. Yeah, he refused to pay it. So we're together now.
Well,
we paid the $8,000.
I understand, but when you do this legally, she can't represent that she paid it when you did. So that may be an issue that you're going to have to debate. He never paid any money to the tuition in Louisiana, $0.
Well, he paid up till his son dropped out of school, but he still had a debt of $8,000.
Okay, so he did make some payments.
Yes.
All right, so then at the time that he left school and there was still arrears, that's when a motion should have been filed before the court for a breach of the separation agreement, the divorce decree. So why that wasn't done, or I don't know, how long ago was this?
This was, I don't know, about 4 months ago that he went back up north to where his dad lives. But we didn't know.
Focus on the question. How long ago was the issue from Louisiana arrears that you paid? It was this 23, 22, 21. How long ago was it?
Oh, we paid it about 4 months ago. But we didn't know there was any issues until we tried to get him in school down here.
File a motion. She has to hire a lawyer if she doesn't have one, or if she has a prior family law attorney. File a motion to enforce a divorce decree in that he was responsible based on the terms and conditions and the language of the decree that he was supposed to pay all expenses for college. Now, if there's a caveat in there, if the child leaves or drops out of school, that might be a breach. You have to see how I've seen some of these things worded a certain way, that if the child doesn't go to school or leave school, then that absolves, the issue. But I don't know what that specific language is because I have to read it, or Attorney Jason Valkenburg in the network would have to read it. But that's the answer to your question. For folks listening, you got to file a motion to enforce the divorce decree. It's in order to show cause why they have breached the dad. Why has the dad breached the terms and conditions of the decree? There you go.
Okay, so there's not just paperwork she can send out.
No, this is a hearing. This is not. No,
need to have a lawyer.
No, yes, yeah. If it was that easy, life would be so much simpler in family law, and unfortunately, family law is not necessarily simple.
Okay, well, that answered my question.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all.
All right, yeah.
Free advice and all that.
Good morning.
Is it a Rebel?
You a Rebel?
I got my other phone. Look like a razor. Hey, sorry about that. My name is Mike. I had a question for Dominic.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. You're on with Ask Dom.
Hey, I was recently in a car accident, and my car got all messed up. It's a 2024. The first payment isn't due till April 22nd, and it's in the shop with about $12,000 worth of damage. I retained a lawyer. His name is Dominic. But either way, I was wondering if I needed to hire a different attorney to try to get the property damage, because when they run a Carfax against it, I'm losing depreciation in the car.
Yeah, so if you hired my firm for a personal injury matter, that's we're dealing with your body. So that's something that you're going to be going to the doctors, and you're going to be dealing with your PIP insurance coverage, which is on your side, and then my office is going to get the bodily injury information and the UM information of both insurances. Now, depending on the insurance coverage of the other vehicle, if they have property damage coverage, which they're supposed to have in the state of Florida,
it's a commercial vehicle.
I don't know. Now, are you talking about the amount to? You got three different things here for folks listening. You've got the repair cost of the vehicles is one. You got the replacement cost of the vehicle if it can't be repaired, and they're going to replace it. And then you have an issue called diminution in value, loss of value because the vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Hang on. Well, time out for 1 second. Before you get to the diminution in value, we have to know, is the vehicle repaired or is it totaled? Did they total the car out?
No, they're fixing it.
Okay, so then there's really the diminution in value for folks listening is if the car is totaled out, then the diminution in value is going to be lumped into the assessment of the replacement value of the vehicle when you get another car, especially if you got a 24 new one. So that doesn't really apply in that scenario. In this scenario, what's going to happen is once the car is repaired, an assessment has to be made by an expert or the shop there, or you can get a few evaluations from different folks such as Car Gurus, Kelly Blue Book, etc. That gives the inherent value of the car and loss thereof based on now the Carfax that the car has been involved in an accident. That difference of what the value was now that the car has been repaired and fixed is going to be the loss of value, the diminution in value. And then what happens if that's a separate claim that can be made if there's insurance coverage. And if there isn't, then that's a separate claim that can be made against the individuals personally through attorney Dave Parrott, because he does property damage claims. I don't have the time to file small claims actions in every auto accident case for diminution in value. Dave does all of that, and he's fantastic with it. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you.
I think we answered the question.
Mike Calta Show, you're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got?
Hey guys, good morning. Hey Dom, I entered a contest a few months ago from one of these wholesale clubs. You know, you fill out a survey at the bottom and you chance to win money. Well, I won $500 about a month ago. I got an email.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I thought it was a scam. They said, yeah, this is your address, email address. We're going to send you the gift card, through email. And so anyway, I took it to this wholesale club, and they said the value of this is $0. So I called up the company, and she says, well, let me do some research, because no, it's legit. She says, yeah, it's legit. Let me get back to you. So yesterday, she finally got back to me and said, well, it's already been redeemed in Islandia. And it's like, what the F is in Islandia? So I had to look it up. It's in New York. So apparently somebody used my gift card in New York. Now, I hate to, it's free, and I'm not losing any money. But is there any recourse for me, or is it just, easy come, easy go?
I would let it go. Because by the time you figure out the logistics of what happened and what's wrong with these people, you won it. It's found money. Hey, thanks, great idea. You went, and then something happened along the way. Now, if you want to send a letter to corporate, you can do that about your displeasure. If corporate was smart on taking care of customers, if I was a corporate officer, I'd say, I'll just reissue the card, send it directly to you, keep a happy customer. They'll probably make more than $500 from you over the next several weeks if they do right by you. So I look at the long term, but I'm not the president of this particular company. That's
you're not, you said.
I'm not, allegedly. No, I'm not.
Well, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
Yes, you don't need a lawyer. Save the money. Send a letter to corporate. Do a certified return receipt so you know they get it. Put something in writing. See if they can compensate. Maybe they send you, $250 or whatever it is, but it's going to be found money. I wouldn't waste your time, energy, and effort outside of a certified letter.
Let it go. Let it go.
Thanks,
Good luck,
appreciate
buddy. Thank you. All right, Don, one more phone call. Good morning. You're on with Ask Don. What do you got?
Hi. I was wondering if Dom has any recommendations for any entertainment attorneys in the area.
Entertainment?
Yeah.
What do you got? You got a contract?
So it's like an indie kind of contract, and I just want to make sure, because I wrote a bunch of the songs myself and I'm putting them out myself, so I just want to make sure that I am able to kind of not get screwed.
Absolutely. In fact, there is an attorney that I had to hire for my daughter. So Gabriella, who writes her own songs, and she sings and performs around, and she's actually going to Nashville next month to record two of the songs and put a track together. I actually had to hire a lawyer for her because I don't do entertainment law.
Okay.
And, so the attorney's name is Julie Milham, and I can give you her contact information.
Awesome.
So if you want to email me at askthedom.com. Julie's office is in Pinellas. Again, Julie Milham, entertainment law, and she actually represents Gabby. So, and this is right in the wheelhouse of what you're talking about for songwriting, and that's where all the money is, by the way. Not singing these damn things; it's writing the song, the lyrics.
What do you got? You got anything on Spotify? We can listen to.
Look you up.
So yeah, y'all have heard me before, but the stuff on Spotify is kind of trash. The stuff I'm working on now is like a little bit better.
Where have we heard? What have we heard before?
I was on a show at one point, and
You were on this show?
No.
Oh.
I wasn't on that show.
Like a singing show.
My name's Milan.
Oh, Milan.
Yeah.
I know Milan.
Yeah.
She could sing her ass off.
But I haven't released anything since I was on American Idol a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm kind of gearing up to do that now, and I think the songs are good. People are giving me decent feedback, so we'll see. But I just want to make sure I'm like protected.
Did you copyright the songs?
I am currently about to do that.
Yeah.
this week.
Don't release anything until you copyright them. So what happened is, and it doesn't have to be like your best performance. So Gabby just sang her 2 songs, just like vocally. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, just straight vocals. And then I took those audio clips, and you can actually download those and send them to the U.S. Copyright Office. So it doesn't have to be like the number one release studio quality. You can just do it acoustically, and all you want is just the lyrics of the song, and you want to copyright those. It's not very expensive. It's not hard to do. It takes a little bit to go through the steps. But Julie can walk you through. There's a website, U.S. Copyright Office. But you want to do that for each song. So however many you do. So don't be releasing it to people or telling anybody until you
steal your royalties.
And do all the royalty until you do that. But I mean, exact same thing I'm doing with, of course, Gabby's, much younger than you are. She's just 13, but going in the same track and direction. But Julie Milham, she's wonderful. Email me at asksadom.com, but copyright those things first, Milan, so nobody takes advantage of you or your work.
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck, Pumpkin. There you go.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Dom, she could really sing.
I'm as soon as she mentioned her name, and then I remembered the show. I was very, very lovely.
There you go. All right, with Dom, thank you. If you didn't get through today, you can call the office 813-251-5550 or askthedom.com. What do you got coming up tomorrow night?
Actually, it's tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, so it's been, we had 3 Tuesdays in the past 5 weeks. Lightning broadcast tomorrow, so it's going to be me tonight in studio because it's an off cycle rotation, and I think this is the last one outside of the playoff schedule.
All right,
I don't know yet. So
there you go.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Check out Ask Dom tonight on this very radio station. Dom, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike. Everybody, good morning to all.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. I don't know why I wait till the show to come back, and then I got to pee really
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, make a big pee-pee. Later on in the week, what do we have? Let me look at the schedule. I know tomorrow we have new open letter from Galvin. Then on Thursday, H. Foley from the Are You Garbage podcast. Those guys are coming to town, and they're going to be at the Tampa Theater. Foley's going to call in, and we'll talk to him. That podcast did determine that I am garbage. I answered some questions that they gave me to put a baseline on it, and I was not garbage, I thought. And then Bobby Kelly came to my house and realized that I was wrong. I do have lions in front of my house. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I did not notice that I have lions in front of my house. That was the number one thing to make me
Let's
a garbage
class it
human
up
being.
with some lions.
Yeah.
They look classy.
I put no lions in front of my house. They were there. Although my wife and I did talk, if we ever had a house that had a big gate, we would put lions there.
Hell
I don't know. I always thought it would be cooler to have a different animal up there.
Like a gargoyle?
No, like a different animal, like something that looks ferocious, and you get close and you're like, is that a monkey? You know what I mean? Like a what?
Like a whale.
Yeah, like a whale or
Something different where you're like, was that a whale?
yeah.
A rhinoceros, I think.
Something. Rhinoceros would be great.
Yeah, or like a stegosaurus.
Oh, I have to tell you, the animal I do most represent is a hippopotamus.
Oh, they're ferocious.
Yeah, but they also just like to float around and eat things.
Yeah.
I watched a rhinoceros eat a pumpkin the other day. Not a rhinoceros, a hippopotamus. Ate a whole pumpkin, just crunched down on it.
Have you watched them destroy boats? Like not the rubber boats, like full on boats with a hull? Oh,
they're
my
dinosaurs.
God. Yo, I
They're
agree
leftovers.
100%.
They're
Yeah.
leftovers for sure.
And they swim so fast.
And they have gnarly teeth,
Dude.
too.
Well,
They're
they space them out so good that you can kind of get in anything.
Yeah, and they're just like big, chunky, weird, like tombstone teeth, and then they got the big,
Stand by. Medicine Man? Oh, no.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta? You know, another dangerous part of a hippopotamus is their rear end when they fart and they fling their poo-poo at you.
It's true. I didn't take that into consideration at all.
Yeah, I saw your video. You're slipping on the deck with your flip-flops. It was funny as hell.
It was funny, but sad at the same time. Weren't you worried about me?
No, but it kind of reminds me of sea lions sliding up the ice into the water.
Oh, all right.
He's kind of right. You got a point on that one, Medicine Man. Hey,
But that man,
how's the garbage
things are so
factor in
hectic
your
around my
house?
house next to me. They're doing construction.
Oh, are
With
you
the
sure?
sewer pipes.
Last time you thought they were doing construction, they were seizing everything from your home.
No, this is with the Public Works. They're putting a drain line from my street to the next street, cutting to my yard, my neighbor's yard, to the back, and it's been noisy as hell for the last few days.
No wonder why they had to clean out your yard. They had to get through there.
That had nothing to do with it.
I think it did. I think that you don't think that. I mean, common sense would tell you they cleaned out your yard, seized all your stuff, and then made an empty space for them to go in there and run a drain through it. That doesn't make sense to you?
I wouldn't know. The Public Works and the code enforcement people are two different departments, so it's
the city doesn't work
they
together.
would let me know ahead of time they're going to do work there, which they did.
Right. All right. Well, hey, good luck with your drain.
Yeah, I know. It's even messed up my toilet now. Then with the water company too.
Oh, I thought for sure there'd be another fart or poop joke to come along with that.
I know. I hate when I flush the toilet, it doesn't go down or something.
There it is. Didn't need to know.
There it is.
Ay, ay, ay.